Hi, guys.
Hi.
How are we doing?
Good.
Yeah, pretty good.
We vibing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Welcome to episode 33 of the Six Pack Podcast. We have a guest. We will get to them in a moment. Sophie. Shan.
Mm-hmm.
How are we doing? Do we have any housekeeping?
Yeah. Happy Pride.
Happy Pride.
Ooh.
We are...
I have the D&D Pride print that I put up. The artist was at MCM in October, and I got them to sign it.
Nice.
I've had that TikTok audio from like 3 years ago on a loop in my head since midnight on May 31st. That, hi, gay, sashay in today for deals. Like, I can't do the whole thing, but she's in there. Don't you worry. She's rattling around in there, telling me to sashay in for some deals. Yeah, happy Pride.
Excellent. Are we doing anything exciting for this?
For Pride?
For Pride Month?
Don't think so.
No.
I'm trying to think if I'm doing any like particularly funny, like stereotypical things. Oh, I'm trying to go to the Phillies Pride game, because like obviously the Flyers are done, so their Pride game had already happened, and I don't know if the Sixers do Pride, but they're also done because they have the same season schedule as the Flyers. But I've never been to a Pride game, and the Phillies one, I happen to have that night off. So I'm trying to get my friends to take me to the Pride game, because, yeah, it would be fun, and it makes people mad, and I think that's funny. Oh, no, they photoshopped the bell at Citizens Bank Park to look like a rainbow. Oh no, how horrible. We could be mad about losing Dollar Dog Night, but we're going to be mad about a graphic on the internet.
My
Wow.
favorite
Isn't
one
that half the
was
fun of it, though?
Yeah.
That's half
It
the
is
fun
half
of it.
the
It's
fun.
just making other
Yes.
people mad.
Yeah. There's a phrase I want to say, and I'm sure you could guess what it is. One of the words in it is mad. It's 2 words. Mad is the second word, but I'm not going to say it because I don't know if it's not technically a bad word. It's not the B word. It's a different
word.
word.
First 5 minutes, so...
It starts with an
especially-
H. Do you think that's a bad word? It's a tool for gardening.
I think it
mean-
may be considered
Yeah.
bad in some
Can't
circles.
say it.
Yeah.
Dang.
It might be.
I am one.
Let's move on.
So
Let's move swiftly on.
can't meme in this house. They said I can't do memes.
Not in
in
the
the-
first 5 minutes.
Not
You
in the
can't
first
meme
5
in the
minutes.
first 5
First
minutes.
5 minutes.
That's
Gotta
bad
let
form.
it settle first.
That's bad
They
form.
said I can't do memes. in
Sophie, are
5
you doing
minutes.
anything exciting for this Ye on Pride Month?
No, I never planned to do anything, but then occasionally I then suddenly find myself in central London in a gay club somewhere. You know, it happens.
As you do.
It happens.
I'm playing Final
Um,
Fantasy 14 all month. There you go.
That's
There you go.
very gay.
You'd be surprised. That's very gay.
Oh
I'm
no!
kidding.
Yeah.
Oh no!
I'm just
all
constantly
my gay
sitting
friends
awkwardly in a
be-
chair. You know,
I
Final
can't say
Fantasy
I'm
14
playing
fan?
James Bond. That's so. I mean, he's gay.
that's too.
but like,
That's too het. That's too
He's
het.
he's bisexual, but everyone thinks it's too het, so I can't.
Yeah,
Not welcome. Bisexual Bond not welcome in that house.
clearly
If
not.
we're talking about the 2-word phrase making people mad, imagine if they made James Bond canonically bisexual.
Hey, I'll never
I
forget.
think it's already canon.
I'll never
but-
forget Skyfall with Daniel Craig and who was it? Was it Javier Bardem?
Yes.
Yes. When they had that scene and Daniel Craig basically was like, "Yeah, boy, I'm
Shan?
bi."
Shan?
What?
Yep. Careful.
No, I wasn't saying a curse.
Okay.
I wasn't going to describe the scene.
Good.
I was just
Fantastic.
gonna talk about what they were talking about, which is like James Bond basically says like, "You think I haven't like done things with men?" And it's very funny. To me, it's very funny because I think it made people mad. Don't
I
worry,
thought
I
you were
got
thinking
it.
about a specific Casino Royale.
No. That's also a different movie. So you're
Oh,
safe.
you were talking about Skyfall. Yeah.
I was talking about Skyfall.
Got it.
Not Mads Mikkelsen, Javier Bardem.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Don't
Good.
worry.
All right.
I forgot about that for a second, so you reminded me of it.
Yes.
Yeah. He's for the theys and the gays.
Momo has no idea what I'm talking about. But,
Does she not?
I've lost track of this conversation. I'm going to be honest with you.
That
I mean,
happens on this podcast.
Yeah, honestly.
it's all good.
We say we're going to talk about Natural Six, but
Then we don't.
Talking about D&D
Yeah,
on our
for
hockey
a
But to be
podcast.
fair, we're just keeping with the pattern where you talk about something completely
Yeah.
unrelated to Natural Six.
It's true.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's true.
how unhinged will we get the more we do these
Right.
these episodes?
So
Right.
far, relatively. Yeah. We're gonna
Yeah.
do Pride swim hats for the.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
That'll be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be cute.
It's gonna be good. Cool. Anything else we need to housekeeping wise apart from Pride Month?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
All right. Then, without further ado, Momo, the Gooey Yummy CEO.
That's me. I should put my Gooey Yummy hat on for this.
I've got the. I've got
Yeah.
my
Probably.
my.
I've got my
Lovely
little
apron.
taco. Got my little taco.
Bard has her taco. I've got my taco.
Doesn't really work over headphones.
Over headphones, yeah.
and I
that's the
can't be
problem.
bothered to take them off. So,
Doc found this with the
Um,
fancy hat last time, I think.
yeah.
Tell us who you are. Apart from the Gooey Yummy CEO.
That it feels so like such an existential question. Who are you? I am Momo or Moira, depending. I'm just here, living my life. I'm Australian and legally Canadian, hanging out in the UK, cosplaying, working tech sometimes, playing music when I'm not doing any of those things. And that's me.
Excellent. How did you find Natural Six?
I knew Alex Jordan from I think from something else, but I became most aware of him after he became Rook in Veilguard, and followed him on Twitter, or the website formerly known as Twitter, and he was obviously talking about it, and I already loved D&D, so I was like, I gotta watch this because it's got Geralt of Rivia in it. So I watched Session 0, I watched Session 0.5, and I watched Episode 1. Didn't read, I just put them on while I was at work, so I didn't read what they were. I didn't realize that I was only in Episode 1. They talk about it. I didn't listen to any of the introductions. And I was I thought I was 3 episodes in, and I was only 1 episode in. Went to the meet and greet, met them, being like, it's so good, I'm so early in, not realizing I was even more early in than I thought I was. And yeah, and then went to the live show and was like, not only did I already think that this was great, this is probably the best thing I've ever seen in my life, and proceeded to watch and get up to date in a very alarmingly short amount of time. And now I'm here about to talk about Natural Six for many, many hours at this point, probably.
You'd be correct.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
Lock in.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're not locked in. That's why we talk for hours. I don't know why I said that.
The
If we
opposite
locked
of
in.
locked in.
I believe the other phrase is a buckle up.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes,
There you go.
that's what we wanted.
I also
Yes.
meant, I did mean kind of lock in, but like not in the like be faster sense. Not in the like, I meant like, get ready, but like buckle up doesn't feel quite right. It still feels like lock in, but we're not locked in. We're never locked in here.
Strap in.
Strap in.
We are
Yeah,
never
buckle up.
locked in.
Would you like to ask the next question, Sophie?
Sure. So obviously you've already said that you're into D&D, but what is your D&D or TTRPG origin story?
So I'm just trying to think which thing happened first. I think they kind of happened simultaneously. I think I usually tell it in a particular order. So I was working in a video game shop while I was at university. So it was like all games, video games, TTRPG, TCG, board games, and with any game shop in that time, pop vinyls, etc. And simultaneously, obviously, Critical Role was huge. One of my sisters was like really, really into Critical Role. And I was like, this seems like my kind of thing, but that's a lot of content. And so I was kind of doing those two things. And then I actually met Travis and Laura, and it was like really cool. And I was like, you're cool. And kind of moved on with my life. I didn't know anything about Critical Role. And then Campaign 2 started, and I was like, well, I talk to people about D&D all day. Like, I know a thing about it. I should probably know a thing about it. This is a great place to actually start it. And yeah, I watched all of Campaign 2. I started playing. I started DMing. That was my first, like, attempt at a campaign. I was the DM. And then I went on to play in a 5-year campaign as a player. Yeah, I just really love D&D. Hey. And
It's
that's
wild
it.
to me that your first experience was DMing. Like, literally the first time you ever played a TTRPG was to run it.
Yeah. And I look back and I think, what was I thinking? I didn't do a bad job, I don't think. I think we all had a lot of fun, and I think it was a good story. I definitely look back and go, wow, I could definitely have done a few things differently and learned a few things. And yeah, it was a learning experience. It was a lot of fun though. Yeah,
That's the point, though. As long as you're having fun.
exactly.
You know?
And rolling dice, having fun and rolling
Yes.
dice.
Yes.
Most definitely. Speaking of dice, Shannon.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I do want to say I love Travis. I met him years and years ago when he was just Roy Mustang, and he is a delight. A big old
He's so-
bear.
I just love them, like Travis and Laura.
Yeah, no, they're unreal. I don't even, those are goals. I didn't want to interrupt, which is why I waited. So, this is my favorite question, but it's not even my question, it's Harry's question. What is your favorite die? And then what follow up, what is your favorite number? But it doesn't have to be on your favorite die. It doesn't even have to be on a die.
As in like a D8 or a D whatever. Okay.
Yeah, and note that I didn't say dice this time. I specifically made sure I said die. I did my best,
Even
guys.
though it says dice in the notes.
I know.
Yeah,
See,
it
I'm so
does.
strong.
I think D12 is my favorite. I think I also have, I just got a new set of dice at MCM, and they did the D4 as an alternatively shaped D12. So it's obviously got 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 times, so that you don't die every time you try and roll it. You don't end up walking away with bloody hands. And I'm a really big fan of that dice, but it is technically a 12-sided dice. So I'm just a fan of 12-sided. I love a dodecahedron, as it were.
Good choice.
Oh, and what's my favorite number
Yeah,
on
what's your favorite
a
number?
dice? I presume.
No, it doesn't have to be.
Oh, okay. Well, my favorite number is 22, but
Okay.
on a dice, I like rolling on a die. On a d20, I like rolling like an 11 because I feel like you're
Solid.
just statistically on the up and up, you know.
Excellent. All right, Momo. Now comes the most important question. Which Final Fantasy is the best Final Fantasy?
So
Yeah, I already see where this is going.
This is where it goes.
This is what
Final
happens
Fantasy?
when Harry comes
No.
up with the most specific question.
no, so I have played one Final Fantasy game to completion.
Right.
I have played a number. I have watched people stream an even greater number.
Oh, yes.
But I have only played Final Fantasy VII Remake to completion. So, by process of elimination, that is going to be my final answer.
It's a good game.
It is a great game. It's
a
got
great
Sephiroth. It's got Cloud. It's
Yep.
got Tifa. It's got Aerith.
Tifa. Oh, Tifa.
A
my
win for the
wife.
bisexuals.
Happy Pride.
Happy Pride, guys.
I have a giant, I have the Rebirth Sephiroth statue behind my green screen. That gigantic monstrosity of a thing.
It's so cool. I
Rebirth.
love it.
Scary, though.
Came out while I was moving countries, and so I missed out on like everything about it.
Yeah.
And it's downloaded. It's ready to play. I got right to like the open world bit and was like, I'm already overwhelmed with life right now.
Yeah. No, it's a good one to hold off on if you're overwhelmed, because it doesn't get better. I'll tell you that. It does not.
One day I'll finish it though. And I've got Final Fantasy 16 downloaded. And that's another one.
Classic.
I think I got out of the prologue or the beginning
It's like
section.
the demo, yeah.
And
Yeah.
will play more of. I've watched a significant amount of people stream Final Fantasy 14. Don't really like MMOs though, so I like to watch people play the story part because I like the story part. It's great.
Yep.
Good.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, Final Fantasy VII fans will be happy with your
Hey,
answer.
listen, they'll be very happy if they hear things tonight or Friday, I'll tell you that, because if there's any time to release part 3, it's next year. Next year is, if they miss the window next year, I think they're crazy. Because
Yeah,
next
it's
year is
not
the 30th anniversary, yeah.
And it's the 40th anniversary of
Final Fantasy, yep.
Fantasy in its entirety.
You might as well go for it. It's either going to be tonight or Friday. I think we're going to get our first look. So you got time. You got time.
A timeline will help me, honestly.
Exactly. I think that would,
Yeah.
yeah.
Giving yourself a deadline will be
Like,
like,
oh,
right,
it
okay,
comes
I've really
out
got to knuckle down and get it done.
Then, yeah, like I felt that way about God. I think that's why I was like, when they were coming up on Final Fantasy 14 Fan Fest, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to try and beat Endwalker by Fan Fest. So that way there's just one expansion between me and this new expansion they're about to announce. And I did it. And I haven't started Dawn Trail yet. I haven't even finished the patch content. But knowing that the new patch is coming in January means that I now have, okay, I have this many months to do whatever I want and then play Dawn Trail and be ready for Evercold. And it's going to be fine. It's
You have
great.
goals.
I love a timeline. Yeah.
Yeah,
I have ADHD. Timelines really help.
Yeah.
Really help.
You've got 6 months.
We
Yeah.
love a
grand.
deadline.
Yeah, I love a deadline.
Or we
Yes.
hate a deadline.
True.
well,
I have never
depends.
met a deadline I loved. I you know what I love?
You need a
Procrastinating
deadline,
till
but you
the
don't love
deadline.
it.
Nah.
The plus both Square and Sony need a win. So,
Yes, they do.
Um,
Yes, they do.
they both
that.
need a win.
True that.
Cool. Do we have any other questions for Momo at this juncture?
I'm just thinking. Don't worry about it.
We do have time.
I can't.
I
like
think,
put-
Shan, have you got something? I
I
saw that
put-
look.
Too much pressure on myself, and any question just into the ether.
You had 20 questions in your head and they just went.
That's right. You got time.
Yeah.
You got time. Cool. Shannon, this is your time.
Oh, well, we only have 3 comments.
Episode 32 review.
Yeah, I opened
Do we have
the
questions,
comments.
comments
Let me see.
that
well,
we need to review?
Jazzy said thanks.
Good.
Yeah, this is a one, like, literally almost one-line review. It probably is one line. I have my window squished. We got a really long comment from Mason that, like, I try, and thank you for the really long comment, actually. I do appreciate it. I don't mean that in a detrimental way. I just don't know how to summarize it. But it was like, agreed with me, 3 words. You were correct. We were correct. We did it. And let me think. More still focus on tree speaker and stag, which was also correct. We were hoping for more Thalon. No more Thalon. Radiant Meltdown was harmless, and yeah, he really didn't do anything. He was just like having a tantrum. He's fine. He wasn't really causing any damage.
Lake.
He fought with the lake. He stole some of the lake, but he didn't actually
He's kidnapped it. Yeah.
He did kidnap some lake, but he didn't do anything. And then he ended up getting talked down anyway. So it was fine.
Lake napped, you might say.
Lake napped. Mason does not think Ariana is actually going to be alive.
Ooh, interesting take.
Yes. But he does think that Harry and DrKagon romance dialogue would be pretty funny. Or would be good. But he's not sure how interested Harry might be in actually doing a long-term role play, NPC role play. I'm trying to figure out the best way to summarize. I'm plagiarizing. But doesn't think it's gonna happen, and they also think that the forest is not gonna let Yilda near Kel, which is what we talked about before. We don't think Yilda's there because the forest is
be
not
allowed back in, right?
Yeah, the forest seems to like Kel much more than it likes Yilda. So those are the main takeaways. And then Martina thought that the carving was gonna be someone from the past as well, which I know we all talked about. That was a theory that a lot of people had. Also, Martina knows about Dracula Daily, so someone knows what I'm talking about.
This is why we appreciate Martina. This is why we appreciate Martina.
Yes.
Always, she's always there in the comments.
She knows.
She knows Dracula Daily.
If nobody got me, Martina got me. She doesn't get the emails, but her friend does, and also looks forward to it every year. So
yes.
Yeah, and also that we look good in our fancy outfits. So you're welcome for saying we should wear fancy outfits. And that was it. That's all we got. Mark did not harass us this week. Thank God. I don't think I could do
He's
it.
probably too busy with MCM and stuff.
I don't think.
True.
I think he had negative time available.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mark's safe.
Mark was in debt to the time gods.
Yeah.
Over the last few weeks.
And I'll make it worse because I'll order a scroll before he's not allowed to make them anymore.
Ooh.
I still need to figure out what color to paint mine.
Yeah, I don't know what color I would want.
That's a good plan. Cool. All right.
That's all I got.
Newsy news. Let's get our lovely screen share up. This just went out yesterday, which is quite nice. There's a little bit of foreshadowing in the monthly update photo. We'll get to that in a second. Oh,
God, it's the owl.
the owl.
And Ben's little taco.
Yeah.
Oh, did he have a taco?
He
did have
got
a
his
taco.
little taco out.
Tiny
On
little
camera.
taco.
Got his taco out.
His tiny taco.
Holly's podcast item. Merch or t-shirts have been shipped. Cool. Let's look at the schedule. I'm looking forward to this Witchspire one shot. I think it's gonna be good. Lots of cool stuff. Obviously, we're 2 days into the month, so we got lots of things to look forward to. What are you guys most looking forward to beyond the actual episodes themselves?
Whatever that bonus video is.
This one here? This one?
Yeah,
At
at
the
the
very
very
end of the
end,
month.
June 30th, it just says bonus video. I'm just curious. I mean, I'm excited for all of it, but like I'm also really bad at keeping up with the side content, as we all know.
I'm so behind.
Witchfire
Yeah.
PTS.
Witchspire does. I do like the look of Witchspire. As I've mentioned before, I'm obsessed with all the character designs.
I
So
didn't
like,
realize they were going to do an action search as well. Cool.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool. So it's like,
I'm just
you know,
I'm here for the chaos.
yeah,
That will be everybody playing wizards.
yeah.
I just
Oops,
want to
all
see them
wizards.
all try and do magic.
Yeah.
Keep track of the rules. I'm looking
Cast a
forward
spell,
to it.
little freak. Like,
How many times will they cast Fireball in the episode?
Ooh. Are you suggesting a drinking game?
I was going to say maybe let us know in the comments what you think the number would be.
Why not both? A drinking game
Also-
and let us know
also
in
a
the
drinking
comments.
yeah. Drink while letting us know in the comments.
Yeah.
As things become more and more unhinged in the comments, we'll know why. I assume it'll go live at 8 on
Probably.
Oh,
Thursday.
yeah, that's a good point. Will it be 8 or will it be 4?
Oh,
Now
good.
I have to see
good
if I'm even
question.
going to be around.
Because like stuff like AUAs and BTSs normally go live at 4. It's just episode stuff on like a Tuesday that goes at 8,
Yep.
right?
Yep. You're right.
I might actually be around to actually host a stream after
wonder-
after I
I
said
wonder
I
if we
wasn't
do,
going to.
Do we do
I think
a
I was
watch
thrown
party
off.
for the Witchspire one shot?
We can do. I'll be here. I'm done at 1:45, so I might be cutting it close, but I can definitely do it. I'll definitely be here because I'll be. Oh, unless I go buy my chair.
That's assuming that it's
Oh.
at 8 p.m. UK.
Yeah, I guess we'll
3
find
p.m.
out.
Yeah.
If we find
Eastern,
out,
right?
I'm willing to do it because I haven't watched any of the really cool specials they've done because I have so much trouble just keeping up with the regular content that I have trouble making time for the I still haven't watched I never watched Dream of the Dragonborn. I haven't watched what was the other the two video I've watched the Altars one,
DrKagon.
number one.
The DrKagon.
I've watched the Ultimate one.
DrKagon.
I've
Yeah.
watched part 1 of DrKagon. That's
Yeah.
as far as I got. I had fun watching it, but
Yeah.
yeah.
So like I'm very bad about it, but like I'm actually gonna be around for this one. So maybe watch party. Let me just host 2 watch parties in 2 days. Let me just why not?
Why
You know?
not? Why
Well,
not?
it's Pride. Like, let's go crazy.
Yeah.
Why not?
I gotta be the most esoteric wizard in the
Pride.
tower. Yeah.
For Pride.
For Pride.
I guess on point. Does Witchspire excite you guys as a game?
I think
checked
it
it
looks
out?
really cute now that
I'd
because
heard
the
of
first
it
look
before,
was
yeah.
Ben's
Yeah.
ad. Was the first time I actually saw a look at it, and I was like, that looks
Yeah.
very cute.
And considering it's multiplayer as well. Yeah. I know we've been planning to do a six-pack plays episode at some point, but maybe now that Kenneth is back, Kenneth will be back in the studio, in his home studio soon. So
Yeah.
maybe we can work something out. Anyway, cool. Yeah, lots of content. Obviously, we're only in the second of the month, so
We're going to be eating good this month.
Sorry, I just saw that Holly liked my Pride meme that I worked really hard on before the episode, but that I made. It just makes it's the little things. I did that. I like your Pride shirt meme it was the Pink Floyd shirt, And it says, I like your Pride shirt, but I put the Natural Six logo on it.
I did
feel
see
like,
that. I did
I
see
feel
that.
like this could be
No, yes, I
Yes, it
didn't
is
say it
time
because
to
I'm not
sin.
allowed to make memes.
But it
the
is
first
time to
5
sin.
minutes.
It is time to sin.
I still have
is
to
time
order
to
So we
mine.
should
sin.
wake up. We should
So
wake
that I
up.
can
We
sin.
should wake up.
We
It's
should all
Pride
wake
Month.
up. Wake up, it's Pride Month. Let's go.
Excellent.
Get up.
Excellent.
Not to lean into stereotypes or anything, but
Be
Uh,
gay, do
no.
crime.
be gay, do crime, though.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yes. Indeed.
Yeah.
Indeed. All right. Let me stop flashbanging you guys.
Thank
I'm
you.
flashbanging myself.
Even though it's still going to be there for some reason.
it's going to be there in the
Yeah.
background. Yes.
Yeah.
Cast news. Alex Jordan is in 007 First Light. Did you pick him out, Shan?
Oh, yes. So I'll tell the story. I do have a video, but like because of the podcast, I can't really show it. I just keep forgetting to send it in the server. I'll do it at some point, maybe tomorrow. Because I want to do it when Alex might actually be like awake. So essentially, I thought I heard him a couple of times, but I wasn't sure. Specifically in QLab, or the offices, the operations office, without like spoiling anything. But thankfully, the moment I specifically found him is not really a spoiler. So, we've talked about this on the podcast before, so listeners might remember. I love James Bond, and me and my friend watched all the James Bond movies last year. And so I know a thing or two about QLab and references. He actually like did one of Pierce Brosnan's quips at one point from the QLab in one of the other movies, and I did get a little. I was like, that's so. He did the pen is mightier than the sword quip, which was a Brosnan quip. I just don't remember which movie. I want to say it was GoldenEye, but I'm not. Yes, it was, because the clicking pen. Yes. So it's a GoldenEye reference, which is also my favorite Bond movie. But like, I figured if Alex is going to be anywhere, it's got to be QLab, because he's a goofy Gus, fork found in kitchen. So I kept exploring the QLab because you can have conversations with all the scientists. And so I finally go, the second time I'm in QLab, I go into the side room. And it's where they test like sound equipment and things like that. It's a very funny room. Very funny things keep happening in that room. And they're testing a voice changing thing. And so it's like these two guys, or a woman and a man. And so she's like, okay, time for the test. And then when she speaks, a very familiar, to quote the meme, like an agitating, grating, I'm kidding, he's got a lovely voice. Just all I hear is, boil from accounting, that is I. And I just went, because it was very clearly Alex Jordan. Like, it could not, the way he said, that is I was like, even if I had a question, that would have solved it. But what made me laugh, though, what really made it funny, is that that's my last name. So it was the biggest jump scare. Because I was just like, Alex Jordan, and Alex Jordan saying he's me. I'm pretty sure he's also the second voice in that clip as well, because it still sounded like Alex, but I'm not 100% certain, but I still recorded it because it's very funny. They talk about, like, I think it's Waters I think they're doing Waters who runs the firing range and the weapons. Because that's I don't know. And it felt like that was the same character. And they're just like, yeah, I'm better than everybody else. And I was like, that just sounds like Alex. But it was really great. I don't think I've heard him again since, but I'm also in an area with people who have specific accents, so he would not be there anyway. So hopefully when I return to jolly old England, he'll show up again. Well, I did return to jolly old England, but I'm by myself right now. So it's like, I have found him, like, for certain at least once. But I've thought I've heard him a couple of times, and it was very funny because I thought I heard him in preview footage, so I suspected he was in the game in some way, shape, or form. So I thought it was very funny that I was correct. I listen, my timing may be horrible, but I always end up right in the end. But yeah, it was very funny. It made me laugh. I have a video of it somewhere, and it's great. Thank you, Alex. Thank you for the giggle. I'll share the video eventually. Yeah.
Yeah, you should put it in the server.
Thanks, King.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Thanks, King.
Definitely.
That's my cousin.
Ben Starr announced that he will be playing a character in Soulframe.
Not surprising. Not surprising at all.
Definitely not surprising. I think, has TennoCon already passed, or maybe it's next week or this week?
I forget. I feel like, wasn't that an announcement at TennoCon, or was I mistaken?
I think the character's name, etc., was going to be announced at TennoCon. Momo, you, I know you didn't say that. I know you said you didn't vibe with MMOs, but you give me this vibe that you play Warframe. No.
No.
No, absolutely not.
I have played World of Warcraft one time. I played Final Fantasy 14 one time.
But not Warframe, and definitely not Warframe.
Definitely not Warframe. Finn. I enjoy it very specifically, like MMOs, like very specifically when I am playing with group of friends.
Yeah.
And we play
and
together.
To be fair and clear, Warframe is not really an MMO either. But yeah.
Yeah. I will say, in that vein as well, they released another Fortnite trailer featuring Ben Starr. So like that's not technically an announcement, but I guess because it was something to do with the next season or whatever of Fortnite of all things. But I chuckled because all the replies were like, if this guy takes his helmet off and it's Kevin Hart, and everyone's in the replies like, bro, that's Ben Starr.
Ben Starr.
Why would it be Kevin Hart? That's like famed voice actor Ben Starr.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I did see that briefly because they've also picked up recently Peter Bramhill, who plays like one of my favorite characters in Final Fantasy 14. So it's like it's very silly. Like, why is Fortnite collecting faves like the Infinity Stones?
Well, at this point, if you're not in Fortnite,
you haven't made it. You haven't made it if you're not in
you definitely
Fortnite.
haven't made it.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson is in Fortnite.
Well, I mean, that definitely doesn't surprise me. But.
No, it shouldn't.
All right, let's pivot. Unless you guys have any other news that's essential that we disclose.
Momo definitely don't play Fortnite.
Nope. I watched when Chapel Roan got released. I made my friends stream it for me so I could watch them play as Chapel Roan.
Yeah.
And I think we did Sabrina Carpenter for that as well. I have yet to find someone who's purchased Leve who will stream for me, but that's as far as I'll watch people play it.
I enjoy
Won't
a
play it.
Fortnite meme. I enjoy
yeah.
a good Fortnite meme, like when everybody was like dressed as a banana for some reason, and every time it was like they were all on a roof and everyone kept showing up in the same skin, so they wouldn't shoot you because you were showing up in the same skin, and a guy finally showed up in not the same skin and they shot him. Like, so they just went back to their dance circle after shooting him. One time I caught my brother playing Fortnite on his Switch like years ago, and I was like, of all things, my weird silent brother playing Fortnite on his Switch.
It is a transcendent game.
It is #1 victory royale. Fortnite, we bout to get down.
That song gets stuck in my head.
I don't even know the words. I just know that
that's
one
it.
part.
And then the rest of it's just
Doc, we're gonna have to show you this meme when we're done, so you understand.
Okay.
I mean, I think I am just as clueless as Doc on this one.
It
about
was
anything Fortnite
it was
related.
some song a
completely
kid
passed me
was
by.
singing about Fortnite, and
Fantastic.
it became a TikTok audio, and it's such.
it's to the tune of American Boy.
Oh boy. This is just getting better and better. You guys are really selling this.
Yeah. It's great.
Yeah.
It's an audio stim for me. Sometimes I'll get locked in on bar and you'll just hear me singing it to myself. Just the same 2 lines over and over again.
Great. Fantastic. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, for me, Battle Royale is the previous one, is the big one.
Yeah.
PUBG. So
I used to play Overwatch.
PUBG is the one. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But we digress.
Yeah, let's actually pivot.
Shocker. Shocker.
Doing lately, we're gonna give Momo the floor first because we got some Gooey Yummy merchandise
Hell
here
yeah.
on the podcast. We'll get Shan some Gooey Yummy merchandise.
Yeah, I don't have. I wore my hoodie so I could at least kind of be in theme. I hate the mirrored effect. I always move everything the wrong direction.
I have.
Very
I mean,
warm, so I'm gonna take it off now.
I'll get into the status, the apron status later, because I owe some people some aprons, and you could become one of those people, Shan.
Get on
if
this
you
wait
want.
list. Get on this
Yeah.
wait list.
Do you want me to bring up the photos?
Yeah, absolutely.
I will get the first one. And then we'll...
So, in the lead up to MCM, I normally cosplay. I do love a good cosplay, but I have just recently moved countries from the Netherlands to the United Kingdom. Didn't have a lot of time or a lot of anything I made would have to move. So I had the grand old idea as we were watching, was it 50? I think it was episode 50. I was like, you know, it would be so funny. A Gooey Yummy employee. And I have never not committed to a bit. No one can ever accuse me of not committing to a bit. So, yeah, I got started. I cannot talk about this cosplay without shouting out Sharkly enough times. They just made the logo. They put it in fan art. They were living their life. And then they had me yelling at them in their DMs like, please, please let me use this. And they were literally just like, anything, whatever you want, go for it. This is such a fun idea. So I put it on a hat. I got some heat transfer things. So it's...
God, nothing could have prepared me for that reveal of how big it was on the back. Nothing at all.
It's so good, isn't it?
I
Imagine
was like,
what it
oh,
like
cute
seeing
little
that
logo on
turn
the
up.
front, and then you flipped it. I was like, oh.
So that's like what they would have seen in the line waiting for the meet and greet, because I was turned around talking to Doc for most of the line.
Yeah.
I got up the front and Holly was like, I could just see you approaching in the line. And then I made some aprons, which I'm wearing, and in the image I gave out some. I gave the cast one each, and yeah, and then I was giving out, I crocheted a number of little tacos, as they've now been dubbed, and I was giving them out in little, I had like, I've repurposed.
You had tongs, didn't you?
Yeah, I've repurposed my Gooey Yummy tongs for to be my dyeing stirrer in another cosplay.
So fair.
But
Yeah.
I was pulling out the tacos and putting them in little takeaway bags. And that is the Gooey Yummy cosplay fit. They all loved it. I feel like it was like, I was kind of like, this is a fun little meme. Like, they're going to be like, how fun. And that's going to be it. They loved it. They loved it so much, which was very nice. I was like, when I gave the apron to Alex, and obviously Alex is prone to a yap. We love him for it. He told me this full story about, he was like, the other day, I was cooking fish. And you know when you put fish in oil and it's like spitting at you. It's like spitting up at you. And I was thinking to myself, you know what I need right now? I need an apron. But I don't have one. So I'm going to have to go put on a jumper or something. So I went on and I just put on a crew neck. And now here you are today with an apron for me. I was like,
It's such an Alex thing.
There's so much ADHD. It's unreal. Like
It's
any story I
adorable.
hear about Alex, I'm like, oh my God, it's just me as a man.
so I mean, he's already taken a picture with it truly was what he needed. He's already
it was
cooking
what
in
he
it.
needed. You knew, you felt it. You felt it in the air. You were like,
Honestly,
someone needs an apron.
I could have been making it while he was having his struggles with the fish. Who
You
even knows?
felt a need and you fulfilled it.
And I fulfilled it.
You did.
So, yeah. And then it was, I think the two other sort of funny ones, or there were three other funny interactions. Doug didn't realize. So we had a good 2-minute conversation before Holly leaned over and went, Doug, look at what they're wearing.
And again, that is so Doug.
That's so Doug.
And when he realized, he was like, oh, this is so great. And he had to get a little help getting the apron on, but he immediately was like, he was like, you have to take a photo. Do you have your phone on you? You have to take a photo. And that is
He
when
loves
we
a good
got,
photo, does that man?
He loves a
it.
photo op.
he loves a photo
posing.
op. And that was when we got, that's from this lovely Doug photo. And then Harry told me that, I assume affectionately, that this is the stupidest thing he's ever seen in his life. And so that was great.
Again, typical Harry.
Typical
Harry. And then Ben spent a good long few minutes trying to tell me that there's a good gooey yummy bit coming up in one of the upcoming episodes. You're really gonna love it. So
No.
He loves a spoiler. Oh, that
He
man. There's
does.
not a thing he does not love to. He gave me 2 spoilers in a meet and greet line once. There is nothing he loves more than spoiling.
Wasn't one of them for Expedition 33?
Yes, it was.
Not like, I don't think it was like, it wasn't like sort of, an
I
actual
was aware
story
of.
beat.
No, I was aware of what he was mentioning, but I was not there yet, so I had to stop him before he said anything.
Yeah.
he did not he explicitly did not spoil me for Expedition 33 when I met him, because I was like, I'm only in the first act. I have
Oh, see, he
not met
listened
you
to
yet.
you.
Yeah. I was like,
Wow.
I've not met you yet. And he was like, I'm a sad boy. And I was like, well, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
You're Ben
obviously.
Starr.
When
got a
isn't he a sad
brood.
boy?
But yeah, and then Ben showed up to the live show. Not only was he in his Gooey Yummy apron, but he took every opportunity. He had the little taco in the apron pocket, and every single opportunity they mentioned food, and he was like, I have to do a Gooey Yummy ad, and he would stand up, pull out the little taco and just start doing a Gooey Yummy ad. I really hope that they do post the live show.
Yeah.
Because that was unhinged.
It needs to be seen. It needs to be seen.
If there's another thing Ben Starr loves other than spoiling, it's wearing any gift you give him immediately.
Yeah.
When I was at Palm West, if you gave him a sticker, it immediately went on his shirt. I gave him a sticker. He's like, well, that's added to the collection, and just stuck it right. Like, you give him a gift that he can wear, he's wearing it immediately and all day. So,
It's
like,
like,
you gave him
there-
his favorite kind of gift.
Yeah. Yeah.
You really nailed it.
I think it was the previous meet and greet they did last May, because he has a thing about painting his nails if he's doing an award show. So I bought him some little nail varnish colours, but with a bee on it for Ben, and he was like, Aoife, paint my nails, paint my nails, paint my nails.
Put it on right now. Need it.
It's like,
Add
you're
it.
not allowed any, but you paint my nails.
Put it on right now.
Yep. It's just how he rolls.
Is how I still have the picture of him with 7 stickers. I'll drop that later, but he has anyone who gave him a sticker, it went right on his shirt.
I was very happy. It went really well. And I lost my original, the post lost my original aprons. I have an update to that story. They lost my original aprons, and then I had to express order some off the website that we don't like, because we don't like Jeff Bezos, but they have very fast delivery, so unfortunately
It
it
was
needs
in
must.
Respect. Sometimes you
Yeah.
have to. And it's
Yeah.
like, it is what it is.
It is what it is. And so I only had 12 aprons. I was originally going to have 20. And so I only had 12 aprons, 6 to the cast, 1 to me, 1 I saved for Sharkley, who made the logo. And then I think, so I ended up with like 4 left to give to people.
Yeah.
And they were, I was surprised. I feel like I shouldn't have been surprised at how excited people were for them. I feel like that was a rookie error on my behalf. But yeah, so I feel like I definitely want to make a few more to give out. But today, not 6 hours ago, you'll never guess what arrived.
I was going to
Is it
ask,
the
did
other
the
aprons that you
aprons
ordered?
show up?
Today, just literally, and he was like, we
Amazing.
couldn't work out your address, and I was like, what?
We don't know where you live.
So yeah, they're here now. So I only have a limited number of, I have less transfers than I have aprons now, because I've ended up with 12 extra aprons that have now been given
Well,
out.
yeah.
So we're in a circle, but I will try and take some to Birmingham and maybe in October again. But if you,
Keep one in the back for Shan. Keep one in the back
Yes.
for Shan.
yes,
I'll find a way.
We
I
always
mean, I'll
find
Finds
be-
a way.
I'll be in Canada later this year.
I will be too, but probably in a different part than you. I got friends everywhere. No, I'm going to Vancouver. I do have friends everywhere. That was an Andor reference specifically, but no, I will also be in Canada, but in like a week in November. So,
I will be in Vancouver in October.
see, we're just gonna miss each other. That's crazy.
Ships passing in the night.
Ships passing in the night.
Just
How do you
create
send
like
it
a
to
drop-off point. Create a
Yeah.
drop-off point
How do you
where
send
you can
it to
leave
Andrea where I'm gonna be staying?
You
I'll just-
can drop them off at my parents, and then you can pick them up.
There you
I'll
go.
just go hang out with
Sorted.
Doc's parents. What up,
Oh,
gang?
my sister.
Yeah, just go hang out with the fam.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
No,
you
I'm
don't know
I
these
kinda-
people, but I have got some
exactly. Exactly.
for
I got
you to-
family I'm going to be meeting for the first time. So what's the
Oh,
difference?
cool.
That's
Oh, it's gonna be
exciting,
wild.
though.
That is
It
cool. Like
is.
that, I love that kind of thing. Like I met distant relatives in Ireland when I was a kid, and I thought that was the coolest thing in the world. Like,
I'm going to where
so
my
cool.
grandfather grew up. I've never been there before, so
That's cool.
That's so cool.
I'm very
And-
excited.
And BC is the most beautiful place in the world.
Oh,
So-
granddad's from Montreal. Just
Oh,
outside
you're going to
Montreal.
Montreal. Also
Yeah.
beautiful. I was just there this past October. Also a gorgeous place. See, it's ships passing in the night. All of Canada is just a beautiful place. Shame about Alberta. I'm kidding.
Look, if you listen to Carter
Getting
Hart, they want to
cancelled,
separate.
man.
You should never listen to that. I'm kidding.
But yeah,
Just kidding,
I
just
will.
kidding.
I will definitely save you a apron. So we'll
With
work it
luck,
out.
I'll be there next October. We're all hoping I can save up enough money to just come
Operation
next
Get
October.
Shan to the UK.
Yeah, I'm trying to save up. I literally talked to my mom about it yesterday. Like, girl, I'm trying to save up to go to the UK next October.
Next
We believe in you,
October,
Shan.
as in
Next,
2027.
then my mom said the
2027.
exact same thing. I would call I literally was like, Mom, why would I say next October when I could just say this October?
Or just
That's so-
October.
I just think that's so like that's interests me so much. Like I don't mean that in a mean way. I'm like, wow, that's crazy that like
The
For
way
me,
that someone's brain
next means-
translates that is so
Yeah.
different between people. Yeah.
I'm actually intrigued by that. Like in the nicest way, but I was like, whoa, my mom said the same thing. And I told her, girl, are you dumb? No, I'm kidding. No, but she was like,
Shanna's
me
with
and
the
your
zingers tonight, man.
my
Yeah.
mom
it's one of those
no.
things where
Shan's
I
had
would
Kathy.
say I would say
did.
October and say next October to mean next year October, but I've definitely met
Yeah.
people who would say
Yeah.
next October and mean this October. So I ask because I don't
Yeah.
ask because I
Because
use
okay,
it.
That's what
so
you think
you're
it
the
is.
same as me. Because my
Yeah.
mom was like, "You mean this like October 2026?" And when I said, "Why would I say that when I mean next October?" She was like, "Your dad and I used to always have this conversation." I was like, "Yeah, because Dad was right about one thing, and it was that this October is this October and next October is 27." I literally was like, why would I? And she's like, well, this upcoming Sunday, next Sunday is like, yeah, this upcoming Sunday is the one right there. Next
one that's
Sunday
that's
is the
gonna
one
happen.
after. Like,
I
I'm like, why
definitely
am I
meet
discussing
people,
semantics
though,
with you?
that say next Sunday and they don't mean they mean
That's
this Sunday.
crazy.
And I'm
That's
like,
crazy.
I just ask to prevent confusion. And now
Yeah,
it
I'm
seems
just
like
trying
I'm
to
the
help.
kind of person that does that. And I don't want to be.
It's okay. I see you. I hear you. I understand you.
Tell us about the leather workshop, Momo.
Oh,
Yeah, tell us about
learned-
something else.
I learned how to do some leather etching. So I made a
Ooh.
Last Light
That's
inspired
really cool.
little etching. It's really hard.
Yeah.
And then I learned how to do the edges, and I haven't sewed it up yet, but it's going to be a little coffee cup like thing.
That's cool.
And yeah, and then in October they're going to do like making braces. So I think I'm going to go to like the next one, and hopefully I'll have even more cool leather stuff to show.
You're gonna level up.
I'm going to level
Yeah.
up. And it was very fun. It was very difficult, but it wasn't that difficult. It's just very like I feel like fine motor movements that you don't use very often if you don't do it. So it was very much like,
Yeah.
because it's like you use knives to etch and stuff like that. I'm like, I do not want to cut my finger off, and I'm not used to this movement, so I'm going to have to go very slowly and very carefully. So, but we made it, all fingers intact, and with a cool little thing.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Very cool.
So, big fan of the like workshops that they do at Cosplay HQ at MCM. So,
I need to start going to those and actually doing some more of those because I do want to up my cosplay game. At the moment, I just pay people to make stuff because I don't know how to do it.
I'm committing to my most ambitious cosplay yet currently, and I am filled with fear and excitement. So it's always fun to level up your. I'm saying
This isn't what you were shopping for ears for, was it? That's what-
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a
okay.
lot of sewing for this.
Yeah.
Which I've started. It's sat staring at me just over here.
Yeah.
So exciting, but scary.
You got this. Your
I got
cosplay's always
this.
so good. So yeah, I'm excited for it.
I am also excited.
And that's me.
Sweet. Was there anything else MCM related that you wanted to impart on the listeners and viewers?
I did not like their layout change at all. And that's all. I'm not going to elaborate.
That's all I
I'm
got.
just going to say it. Leave it there.
I
I'm not
agree.
going to talk about how much fun I had. I'm not going to talk about layout.
Oh, it was always it's always fun.
That's all I got. That's all I got. Layout sucks.
New layout.
Do better,
The new-
MCM.
Yeah.
Yeah. They've got the entirety of Critical Role coming in October. I need them to sort this out.
Lock
or I'm
in.
gonna die.
They never lock in. They never lock
No, they
in.
don't.
It's,
They need to go speak with the guys who run the Reed Pop US stuff, because they'll run it like the military, but that's because of
They
the
need to talk
unions.
to Dragonsteel. Like Dragonsteel ran their bit.
Oh yeah.
It was a well-oiled machine. Like, yeah.
I didn't even go,
To,
and I would agree. Like my
Yeah.
friends were in line, I went, do you need anything? Assuming they'd be in line for a very long time because it was a very long line. They were like, oh, could you pick me up a coffee? I went to get a coffee. I came back and I like handed it to them as they were walking in. And I was like, I was expecting that to be an hour-long line.
Yeah. Yeah. It was, I think it was Kira that was saying, like, you could tell that all of the stuff to do with Brandon Sanderson at Comic-Con was not arranged by MCM or Reed Pop because of how well organized it was. It's mad. It's mad.
But I mean, all those other things you said, I had fun. I had a great time. I always have a great time at MCM. It's always good to see everyone. And the drinks after the live show were so much fun. And actually, the board games night, the night before that we did, that's so out of chronological order. Everything was fun.
Thursday night. Yeah.
Yeah, the Thursday night.
We're in the flashback section. We were in the flashback section.
Yeah.
I can never tell a story straight, to be honest, because my brain just doesn't work that way. So, like, I was following.
It just
Brilliant.
remembers details and then
Yeah. Fills in
Brilliant.
other
We
stuff
Then you
later.
hang things on it, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
Cool. Excellent. Bard,
That's me.
what you been up to?
What have I been up to? I also did an MCM thing. That was
You did?
Yeah. Yeah, and I was actually there all 3 days. Normally I end up tagging out by day 3 because I'm too tired, but I was proud of me. I did all 3 days. Brandon Sanderson was a big highlight because I love that man. Yeah, and as we were saying, like all of his stuff was so wonderfully organized that it was like it didn't feel like a chore to be able to, just to get 30 seconds just to have a chat with him, which was, that was something very, very special. Yeah, obviously the live show, the chaos, the Duolingo owl, who then turned up at the sign at Doug and Alex's meet and greet the next day just to brandish the hammer. Poor Alex. He was so traumatized.
He's getting stalked by the Duolingo owl. Yep.
Yeah, reminding him that he needs to do his lessons. Yeah, there was a bit of cosplay, which elicited the response from Ben of "Thank you for reminding me of one of the most awful things I've ever done in my D&D career," whilst repeatedly rolling 3d8 to see if he could get lower than 11. Yeah, that was a fun experiment. The success rate was very, very low.
I
never had
you.
a chance. You never had a chance.
I really killed you.
You really did. Like, yeah.
I think I almost rolled max.
There was 7s. Yeah.
Yeah.
There were 7s and 8s in there on D8s. Yeah. Aoife originally rolled 6, all 6, because I had a little box of I was like, you can just pick the dice that you want to use, pick 3 of them. And Aoife just picked out all of them. It was like, no, that's definitely killed. He's like, yeah, because that's 68 and I only have 11 HP. The odds were very much not in my favor there.
Most definitely not. Most definitely not.
But yeah, it was all very, very good fun. I'm already excited for October and planning things for October. I think I've now sort of locked myself into just dressing up as things that are going to just traumatize the cast. I did Medea. I've done that very, very dead member of the Gloam. So we'll see what else I can do.
Excellent. Anything else?
About continuing to get my buttski kicked in Lies of P, but I have made progress. I've managed to get through 3 whole bosses since we last spoke. So, yay me.
Progress.
I can actually do Souls-likes. I feel like I'm almost a real gamer. Yay. But yeah, I think that's kind of about it. Doing a bit of D&D, as you do, for the funsies.
Sweet. Shannon.
Well, we're finally here. I've been playing I've been playing 007 First Light. I keep wanting to say First Light, but I feel like I need to say the whole title, which is 007 First Light. But like, longtime listeners remember that I keep bringing up this is my most anticipated game of 2026. So I have been playing it, and it has been living up to my expectations so far. My friend ended up getting it because he was seeing all the great reviews and hearing me talk about it. The one I watched James Bond with. He usually doesn't get games at launch because he's a little more, sorry, the fly is literally in my business. He's a little more like choosy about games that he pays for. But he was hearing such good things, and we're big Bond heads. So he was like, you know what? I'm just going to do it. Which is a glowing review. But he had told me like, oh, I heard the first act like feels like a little bit different than the rest of the game. Like they were taking it one direction and they changed it, but it really kind of course corrects because of it. And honestly, I usually don't agree with reviews like, so I enjoyed it, even though it stressed me out. I think it does one of the coolest things in a video game. Which, like, not a huge spoiler, it's right at the beginning, but like the training montage is the coolest way to do a tutorial. But I'm not a fast learner, so like I was struggling. But as someone who loves Bond movies and movies in general, literally playing a training montage, not a this set piece, then this set, it literally moves like a training montage from one moment to the next and back and forth, and like you're getting better. And I was like, this is stressing me out, but this is cool as hell. Like this is radical. And I like, it's just so much fun. It's a beautiful game. I've had very few issues, and any issues I have had have not affected my game whatsoever. I watched a man walk in place for a good minute. I had Pazumbi just like teleport into her seat at one point, which is very funny. But I've had like no glaring issues. Like with Resident Evil, when I play Resident Evil, I had no issues. So that's very exciting. Patrick Gibson is great. He is so good. And I think it would be a right shame if Amazon, who is also producing the game, does not let him audition for Bond. I don't think they would, not in their wildest dreams, give it to him. Like, and also he's still contracted for the games, because they've said there's more games coming. But like, oh man, he's just, if they really wanted to reboot Bond, he's doing a great job as a young Bond. Really great. He's so much fun. The quips are fun. The cast of the game is just great. Alex Jordan's great. And I'm just having so much fun with it. I'm really bad at it, but I'm having so much fun with it. Combat just stresses me out. But I like how many options they give you to do things. It truly is like Hitman meets Uncharted. It really is. Because like the amount of options, I accidentally missed an option. I was so bummed. Because I was like, oh, that sounded like a really cool option. And I could see different paths through things. It's cool. It's really cool. And I'm having a lot of fun. So yeah, I'm really glad the game turned out to be what I hoped it would be. And I can't wait to keep playing it. It's been killing me that I've only played a couple hours this week because of work. But it's great, and I highly recommend it, especially like if people like James Bond or like Uncharted or Hitman, because it's basically that, but with James Bond kind of put on it. And also all the women are absolutely beautiful. Happy Pride to me. And then first of all, I guessed who that voice was at the beginning immediately, because I know a Bond product, and I was so glad to be right. One of my favorite characters from the canon. Then I've been playing Final Fantasy XIV as always. I feel like I did something fun in 14 though, but I can't. Oh, you know what? I've finally been playing MSQ on my alt named after Aoife. Is probably the exciting thing I was doing, but like I just play this game all the time. So it's like, if I'm not doing anything else, I'm playing Final Fantasy XIV. Sometimes I'll log in and go and start something and then forget I logged in and it's just open, you know? God, I love Final Fantasy XIV.
Your game time must be through the roof.
Have I told that story on the podcast when I was at work and I get a DM from Holly, and like all it is, like all I see in the preview is a heart emoji. And I'm like, what have I done recently that would cause her to send me a heart emoji? Like, I don't know. So I finally open it. And it's a screenshot of my playtime that week. Like, I was so,
How bad was it?
And it was only Wednesday. Trying to remember. I wonder if I could pull it up. Because we don't have that many DMs. I bet I could pull it up. It wasn't great. And like I said, it was only Wednesday when she sent it to me. Oh, God, there's a screenshot of me talking about Thancred. God. Oh, did it not remember it? That's so funny. Oh, there it is. There it is. 27 hours this week. And it was Wednesday. It was only Wednesday.
In like 3 days.
I think in my defense.
Is that because you left the game running?
No, I think I had been off the 2 days before.
Okay.
So I think I had been playing MSQ because I was actually home. Because I think, what month was that? I think I was still in like in Shadowbringers when she sent that. That's
a while ago now. I think you mentioned it before. Shan.
Oh, so maybe I was in.
Though.
No, I think maybe I was in the beginning of Endwalker or something. Like I was doing something or patch content. Like I was like locked in on something. It might have been the beginning of Endwalker because I think I slowed down in the middle because I didn't want it to end. And I was like, no, girl, you gotta keep going.
You've got to get to the end.
Everyone's bullying you because you're not current and you've been playing for 4 years. So yeah, but in my defense, a lot of life happened in those 4 years.
This is true.
But yeah, so it's one of those things I always remember. Like, remember when Holly bullied me because she didn't bully me, she sent me a heart, but like, man, I felt called out, I felt seen. But yeah, so I do play a lot of 14, and I also I do PvP every day almost. I've been too tired to do PvP. I did it last night. PvP stresses me out, so I have to force myself to do it so I can get the sweet rewards for doing PvP. So, and then I've been watching Castlevania Nocturne, which when I talked about Castlevania before, I only watched the original, and I watched a few episodes of Nocturne. But then my friend was like, "Oh, I want to rewatch Castlevania." I said, "You know what? I'm gonna pause watching Nocturne. I'm just gonna rewatch Castlevania with my friend, and then I'll watch Nocturne with him, which would be his rewatch." So I am in season 2 of Nocturne. Really enjoying it. It's still it's different than Castlevania, but it's it's in the same universe. I'm like fascinated by it. Having a lot of fun watching it. Reminds me how excited I am for Belmont's Curse, and I'm really hoping either tonight or Friday we get a release date for Belmont's Curse. So yeah, I've just been enjoying that, and because we've been watching that, he now wants to watch Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, which is my all-time favorite anime. Is just the Fullmetal Alchemist family of animes, which is why I mentioned Travis Willingham before, because I met him during the original Fullmetal Alchemist run, I believe. And I'm obsessed with it. Roy Mustang was my favorite character. Obviously.
As he should
I
be.
love a traumatized dark-haired boy. There's nothing I love more than a man who just wants to make the world better, but man, is he messed up. And Riza Hawkeye as well. Those two, formative. So yeah, I'm really excited to rewatch. It's been a very long time. It's a shame that the original isn't easier to find. Because I would love to revisit that, because it's been years since I visited the original series and watched The Conqueror of Shambhala as well, which was the follow-up movie. But yeah, top tier, incredible anime, and I can't wait to rewatch it and then talk about that in a future episode, and just go on about how much I love Fullmetal Alchemist, because it's incredible. Hiromu Awakawa, you genius, you absolute genius. One of my favorite mangaka, and I'm so glad to know that that's a woman. She's beautiful and wonderful, and she writes so good. So yeah, that's me, I think. I don't think I've done, other than work. What else is new? What else is new? Yeah, I don't think I did anything else. Shopping, nothing crazy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. I also did an MCM thing. Saw these ladies here.
Yeah, I stayed home,
whichever
obviously.
side
Wherever
that
we
they're
are.
on. And yeah, we had a great Thursday night pre-show meetup organized by the lovely Kira, with help from Bard. We had an excellent Friday. Cool meet and greet. The memes were strong. And live show, already mentioned. Fun time. Yes, I am going in chronological order.
I feel called out.
Old school. Old school.
Saturday, Shan, you can like take your headphones off or whatever if you don't want to.
Oh, is it like live show related?
No. I met
I'll be okay.
Angela Sanabella on
I'm so
Friday
mad.
morning.
Oh God, I'm still so
Sorry.
mad.
To be fair to Doc, he did give you the option to not hear this.
I know. I didn't know it was going in that direction. Now I'm gonna have to explain that when you're done. Why I would
Yeah.
be so mad about that.
Why you would
yeah.
be angry about such a thing?
Why would I be
yeah,
so angry about such a cool thing?
Admittedly, if anybody has seen the MCM Brandon Sanderson video where he, I think, signs about 100 books in about 40 seconds.
Oh my God, dude. How does he do it?
Because they run that like a well-oiled machine. Like they know
yeah.
what they're doing.
Boy, were they swift.
Yeah.
It is a video for checking out efficiency.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
It's a how-to that MCM should really watch.
Yes, Angela was not quite that efficient, but not far off. So we had limited chit chat, shall we say? Nice lady. There were not too many people in the line, and there were many people in the line when I exited the line.
You timed it really well, I think. Yeah, 'cause you were done pretty swift.
I am very happy with my timing. Yes. Also got to see Jane Perry.
Oh man.
Which was
Queen.
very nice. We had it was about, I don't know, 10 minutes maybe with her. There were not too many people in the line when I got there, and then there was nobody in the line, and I exited.
Disrespect. She should have a full line.
And I exited when somebody else joined the line. We spent about 7 minutes talking about hair. Yep. As you
I
do.
love her. I love her
Not
so
much else. Yep. I got a print signed. I think for me, Returnal is her at her peak, at least in my opinion, anyway. If you played Returnal, if you haven't played Returnal, you should play Returnal. Jane is excellent in it as a main character. Yeah. So that was it. I did not brave the John Romero line. I probably should have braved the John Romero line on the first day, since John is a or was a sort of spiritual guide for the hair that you now see. If you've ever seen John Romero, you would know why that is. John is just a cool guy. And I met him like early 90s when he was still at id, and that was a pretty important moment for me in my style. And so at some point I'll get a chance to catch up with John 30 years later, because his meet and greet was just next to the Natural Six one when we were there. And yeah, then I departed from MCM. Didn't really hang out for the Sunday at all. Sophie was happy. Finally got rid of the guy.
I mean, I didn't like to say, Doc, but
You know.
yeah, that's why I was finally able to do a Sunday at MGM.
Exactly. She didn't have to deal with me.
I'm joking. Before people come at me, I'm joking. I'm just very introverted and
She
I'm not used to
said, "You're
socializing
an
that much.
Energy vampire.
Yep. I steal. And then it was half term here. It was also our end of year. There were board meetings, several of them. It was end of year. We had a bunch of reporting to do. Because it was half term, I think I coached in the morning every day last week. So from 6:30 till 8 each day. So that was fun. Back to regular scheduled programming this week. Yeah. I think that's it. No games were played this week, which is...
No game.
That's fair, I feel like, though. Like, I barely played game. I just opened and stared at it.
That counts. That counts.
I
It
wanted
adds
to
to
be
playtime.
playing-
It
I wanted to be
counts.
playing James Bond, like, all the time.
No
I
games were
can't.
played.
They don't
It's like
pay me.
that prosy. It's like that prosy D. Like when you've bought a new game and all you can think about playing the new game, and he's like brushing his teeth, like I wish I was playing Pokemon right now. He's washing his hair. I wish I was playing Pokemon right now. Like, yeah.
That was me with
like that
Resident
sketch.
Evil specifically. I was like, man, I wish I could be
Yeah.
playing Resident Evil right now, like all the time.
Yep. Indeed.
Do you have any games in the backlog, Doc, that you're excited to get
I
stuck
need
into?
to finish Saros.
Mm-hmm.
I really need to finish Saros. Because it's a game that you build up a muscle memory and then you stop playing and then you lose that muscle memory and then you gotta
yeah.
revibe. So yeah, I gotta finish Saros. I might play 007, we'll see. But I got a bunch of stuff in my backlog I need to go back to.
Yeah, that's a mood.
Way too many things. And as far as stuff coming out, I don't know that I've got. I don't know that.
I
Is there
closed
anything coming
Steam.
out
I
that
should
I'll
reopen
play?
Steam.
I might
mean,
play.
Obviously, you're going to play Witch Spire.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
I might play the Witch Spire
Yeah.
early access. We'll see. Coming up. Otherwise, yeah, I probably have nothing new that I would buy until September, maybe. Yeah, we'll see whether Blood of the Dawnwalker actually releases when they say that it's going to be released.
Is that the Bandai Namco?
I believe it is. Yeah, it's the some of the ex CD Projekt devs and new studio. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I saw some stuff about that at Comic-Con.
Yeah, they had a
I like the look of it. I think it looks really good.
they had a booth, yeah. So we'll see. But yeah, games wise, I think that's it, actually. I think that's it. Oh, and I did go and I went to see Mortal Kombat.
Ooh, was it good?
It was suitably camp and ridiculous. Yes. It was just
I
a
would
fun,
expect nothing less.
Happy to hear it.
It was just a fun time. Yeah. Yeah. It was just a fun Cool. I think we're good. I think we talk about 55.
Maybe.
Is it time for the tags?
Episode 55. Spoilers are going up.
Stay calm, Jazzy.
Indeed. We got some predictions to go through, but before we do, congratulations, Aoife, on getting your driver's license. You probably are not going to listen to this, but we'll congratulate you anyway.
Listen, I support her in all things.
Yeah.
It took me forever to get my license.
So that's big. Predictions. Boy, this was a good one. We were on point.
One of us was really on point.
Yep.
Yeah, let me scroll down to predictions.
Cool. Shannon.
Yeah.
You got your number of words correct.
I surely did. I
None
finally
of the rest
did
of us
it.
did.
Yay.
I feel like we all should get maybe a greasy win.
Yeah. I feel like Dolly was the one that was like, he needs a hug. Somebody give him a hug.
Yeah. I mean, you know.
She was.
It was a group hug.
I feel like, though, that...
I like how she instigated it, but she was the last one to be like, yeah, all right, I'll give him a hug.
Well, yeah, because she doesn't...
She was like, everyone else hug him.
Everyone
I ain't doing it.
Yeah,
should
hug
hug
him
him.
for me. I don't
Yeah.
want to.
I don't.
Expert delegator.
Yes.
Yes.
So...
She's just showing off her management skills.
Yeah.
So I'll
just
give
being the
everybody
bard.
a greasy little...
Radian did not have a one-on-one, but did have a one-on-many.
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, yeah, he finally talked about his feelings.
He did.
Yeah.
And
Well,
then there
with the
was a
group.
one-on-one with Kel. So I feel like Bard gets like a super, like a extra green on this
Is there like a green-orange? Orangey green?
Do
Isn't
those
that kind of like a
those-
gamboge?
Yeah, like that.
Oh, that is a good one.
It's a good one.
Yeah. I like that. I'll take
Yeah.
that.
And tree speaker mechanics were not explained. They were significant, though.
Yeah, so what if I do this?
Oh, you're gonna like make
Red for
half
that,
the
but
thing red?
significant for.
Yeah,
I think that's fair.
Significant.
thank you, Shan.
You're welcome.
I feel like
I'll be here all week.
they clarified that Harry doesn't know what the tree speaker mechanics are.
They
So
That's
did.
why they
that
haven't
way-
been explained.
They did. In fact, I don't know how this came up when we were at the meet and greet. All I know is, and again, Harry's probably not going to listen to this, but we did also discuss hair, and Harry's hair is currently just
It's the best it's ever been.
by some margin. Yes.
I'm jealous. Genuinely jealous.
Wait, I forgot
A lot
to
of hair
ask.
chat at your MCM.
There was a lot of hair
You,
chat.
yeah,
at
you
MCM.
did
Yeah.
have a lot of like hair-related things at MCM.
Yes.
Um,
But I
did-
do, I do kind of give up that vibe, I guess. So
Did we ask Doug about the DrKagon? We have to
Oh,
get that to
no.
him.
So yes, I discussed the DrKagon
Okay,
with
good.
Doug.
Good. What did he think? Am I a genius? Am I dumb?
He was on.
I was
he
dumb.
Was on,
All right,
he
all
was
right.
on
That
board.
pregnant pause.
Yeah, I was dumb.
Doug
It's
was
okay.
on board. Doug was. It was a weird Doug because.
Oh, was
Doug,
he being a weird Doug?
Doug was a weird Doug, and Doug was without Marianne, which means that Doug is a different Doug when Marianne is not. I think poking him with a pen behind.
See, now I met Doug without Marianne, so that's the only Doug I know.
That's the only Doug you know.
It's a hell of a dog.
Oh,
yes.
yes, it is.
So Doug was.
I had David. Doug and David.
Doug and David. Yeah, so Doug was Duggan.
Yeah.
Full Dugging. And Doug was in a very playful mood. I think because he knew that the announcement for the formal announcement of the Witcher DLC was coming out. So he was just asking
Yeah.
everyone who was in his line leading questions about what they thought and how significant it was, the number of years that this been and how important this journey has been and all this kind of stuff.
So funny.
Because I think genuinely because he was interested.
Very
in
excited
what
about
people-
it. Understandable.
Good
was
for
exciting.
him. He's probably been keeping that secret a long time.
Yeah.
He's like,
Yeah,
he's probably just
probably.
relieved he doesn't
And
have to keep it
everybody
a
just
secret
kind of,
anymore.
my sense was everyone just kind of assumed that he was talking about something that would be announced or discussed regarding Witcher 4, right? But of course he was
Yeah.
being
Expansion.
Yeah. He's
with the DLC.
The thing I was talking about, like my frame of reference for the Doug loves taking a photo, was that when we took our selfie at PAX, he said he had a poster of Geralt, and he's like, "Let's get him in the photo. Let's get him
Yep,
peeking
no, that's
over
what he
our
was. That's what he was
shoulders.
like.
Let's
That's what he was like in the meet and greet. Yeah.
Let's get him creeping on what we're doing over here." And I was like, "All right, Doug. Doug's my dad, so that's fine. Whatever you say, sir."
Yep. So yes, Doug was Douging.
Yeah,
The
as he
Dougcotomy is now in Doug's head.
Good. I'm coming
Uh,
up with so many zingers. I got to come up with one for everybody.
And there was a deep Elcock Good discussion.
good.
I was towards the back of the line in Doug's meet and greet and sort of wriggled it so that I ended up being one of either the last or the second to last person or whatever.
Yeah.
Which is usually what ends up happening because I spend like 17 hours in Alex's line before talking
Yeah.
to Doug.
We were keeping track, by the way, because Kira and I went to Doug's first, and the number of people that Doug got through, and Alex was still on the first one.
I had to
He's
leave
a chatty boy.
Alex's meet and greet to go
You
to
had
my
your
leather
leather
workshop.
workshop. Yeah.
Oh my god. Sorry, Alex. I got leather to do.
We adore that. We adore that boy. We really do.
He's
but
so special.
he's a chatty Cathy.
He's a great
so
dude.
Special.
So
So
sweet.
special.
He's a great dude.
So
And we
sweet.
did so Doug Alex and I did talk about Emberville and he is very excited. So that'll be something I'm sure I'll play in the summer. But
Yes.
back to Doug.
Yeah, back to Doug.
Dougcotomy. Elcock Good is now
Alcott good.
I
Doug
feel like
Cotomy.
we need to and maybe this is the next thing for October. Momo, we need to do like a Doug, like I don't know, hockey jersey or whatever with Elcock Good on the back with like I don't know, like number
yes.
69 or something like that.
Yes.
Yes.
And then
Live,
someone
laugh,
else can
Doug.
get a 420. Maybe he can get a second one that's Doug Cotomy with 420 on it.
Yes. Yes.
We need that to happen.
Yes.
And then the sponsor can be Mummy's Memories.
Yes.
Gooey Yummy Mummy's Memories
Mummy's
sponsorship.
Memories.
Yep.
Yeah.
That we'll have a
Yes.
shirt sponsor and then a shoulder sponsor as well.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yes.
Momo and I do have a potential plan for a
Oh, yes.
joint cosplay in October, which we'll keep under wraps for the moment.
I am intrigued.
So, we'll see if we can. We'll see if we have the time to
Yeah.
pull it off.
I think there's a lot of assembly required. I feel like we could also a small group, because that's what I felt. If I'd had more time with Gooey Yummy, I think it would have been so funny to have shown up
With a
as
bunch
as
of
a
us.
group. So I'm
Yeah.
wondering if our idea might be a good group thing. But we'll see. We can
We'll see.
discuss.
Yes, we do have time. It is.
Shan looks so suspicious.
I don't know a single ding dang thing.
You and
I
me
know
both, Sean. You and me both.
literally nothing. Like full disclosure, I avoid the chat because I always like Holly did say like this is not your year. Don't come to this one. Like I was fully like I'm good then. But at the same time, you still get FOMO because all your friends are hanging out and you're stuck like literally an ocean away, and you're just like, and you're stuck at work having the worst weekend of your life. So I said that to Doc. I was like, I was avoiding that chat because I was already miserable. So it's like, I never know what anyone's talking about. And then someone will drop something in general. And I'm just like, well, I guess that's the nonsense again. Like, I know literally nothing. People were talking about the live show, but didn't say it was the live show. So they were just saying words, in my opinion. So like, I was just like, heck if I know. I'm just a
They're
girl.
just referencing, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm just a girl.
But back to 55.
Yeah, 55 anyway.
Oh, hey guys,
The
we got to be right.
dichotomy
That's
of
so
this
unlike-
podcast.
Back to 55. We did make it through half of the predictions.
Yeah.
We got sidetracked.
We're doing well,
Um,
guys.
Radian will get something nice. Boy, did he get something
He
nice.
got something
He
nice.
got
He
a
got a
group
whole
hug.
hug.
There
And he
A
really
whole
loved
group hug.
it. Yeah.
There's
Well, the stag
one...
did. There were three things.
There was
Three
two.
more things.
Yeah,
that should say.
I think that's
It
on
was
point.
2,
then.
wasn't it? 'Cause didn't they see 2 in the last?
Yes.
So it's 2 this time?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't it 1 and they got to the second?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
See,
One
like
and-
I
one and a
didn't.
bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't consider that they were still there when, like, episode 54 ended. Like, when I said that, it was more of a, like, for some reason, I was just like, there's only one stag. They were
we
only
not-
following one.
Are we
I
not
didn't
referring to
realize.
this as
Well, because
three
he had to
things,
pick
though?
one, I guess.
Well, that's the thing. I didn't know there were going to be more, like,
Yeah.
more stags to
He
different
would get
places.
to see
I-
all the stags.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was not something that crossed my mind because I didn't process it like that. So when I said that, it was like, yeah, we're going to get shown another thing. I didn't realize that was literally the point. Like,
Yeah.
I was just
Yeah,
here.
that there were that the
Hey,
that
a win
each
is a
one of them
win.
Was,
Yeah,
that,
like-
that each one of them was going to go.
Yeah,
somewhere.
I hadn't considered that for some reason. I had not considered that was an option.
Yep.
So I was just like, oh, yeah, we're going to get something else. Yeah, girl, obviously. Like,
Jazzy. Jazzy
you were
is, I
on
think,
point, Shan.
it's
Like,
true.
you got so
Shan
much
was-
this
I
time.
was
Shan
accidentally wrong. It's fine. And I love, that's my
Shan
favorite.
Was very,
Accidentally
very on
right.
point.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I love being accidentally right. It's my favorite thing. Like I don't. Oh, oops.
Yeah.
Okay.
and
Cool.
there's the usual. Oh, I don't like doing predictions. So I'm never correct.
And then she absolutely swept it.
nails everything.
Predictions are just hard for me because these people are
Yeah.
crazy, affectionate.
That
Yeah.
it's true. I feel like Jazzy is one episode off.
Yeah.
With his prediction.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jazzy.
At least from the minis part. Yeah.
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 Definitely.
Sorry, Jazzy.
And there is no.
Wait, Greasy.
No
Yeah,
Yoda.
Greasy. That's great. No, we saw his shadow. You get a Greasy win.
That's true.
Oh, yeah.
You get a Greasy win. I'm giving
That's
it to
true.
you. You
Oh.
get a Greasy win. 'Cause
Oh.
you technically
You got
saw
my back.
Yoda. Yeah,
You got
see?
me. You got me.
See?
Um,
It wasn't what you thought it was gonna be. Like me
No.
with the freaking stag. It wasn't what you thought it was gonna be, but you were still right.
I'm just nervous because we haven't heard or seen anything
Yes.
of Yoda in a very long time.
Yeah, it's scary. It's like a
It makes
ghost.
me nervous. It makes me
I
nervous.
think it's interesting that comment you guys were talking about before on the previous episode. Someone was like, oh, but if the forest likes Kelness, it probably won't allow Yildirim. But like the forest is extension of the wild to some extent, which is chaos.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it would have a sense of, well, maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think it would have a sense of Kelness good, Yilda bad. I think it would only have a sense of you are a child of mine, you are allowed
Therefore-
in.
Yeah.
So
Because it's like it protects its own, right?
yeah, and I don't think, I mean, maybe it has a sense of I don't think something that's the personification of like the nature and wild has anything against someone who's a murderer, because death is a part of life. So
Yeah.
is he bad if you don't think that death is bad?
mhm.
And
I'd love to
if
have that question
Yoda-
answered.
Yeah. I mean, if Yoda doesn't have any bad intentions necessarily towards the forest.
But it did kill the Gloam. But is that just because they're allied with the Vile? What sense of morality does a tree have? Important questions to answer.
I mean, yeah, what alignment would a tree be? What alignment are the ants?
Tree. Just tree.
Yes.
Tree.
Fire
Chaotic
bad.
tree.
Yeah, fire. We're aligned against fire.
Radiant's not in a good spot.
Those trees aren't helping that boy. He likes fire way
No.
too much.
He does.
Yes.
They can tell.
Since there has been some chatter around it in the spoiler chat, I will repeat again the short paragraph I read last episode regarding amethyst dragons.
Oh, yes.
Similarly, amethyst dragons could acquire and cast new spells of their own, whether arcane or divine, but they were most noted for their talent in psionics. Those who were so gifted learned the psionic attacks Psionic Blast, Ego Whip, or Psychic Crush, and the psionic defenses Mind Blank. Just putting that out there for our good friend Radian. Just putting it out there, guys.
Whittle guy.
It's just a fun little thing to think about.
Just a tidbit. Yep.
I'm sure it means nothing.
Yeah,
Sure.
Yeah.
absolutely
sure.
nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
Yeah, it's definitely not deliberate in any way.
That's not going to
shape, or
come
form.
back at all. No.
Nope.
No,
Definitely not.
that's not
definitely.
Harry's style.
No.
Right. We got jump scared by stags again. We followed a stag into a burnt village, or destroyed village, burnt to a crisp. What did we think of the beginning part of episode 55?
I
Please.
feel like Momo's about to say something.
Tell us.
Like,
I have I'm just like looking at my notes. I'm like trying to remember at what point all of this. I think what a good old time. That's what I think. It was a great and I feel like Dolly was the quiet overachiever this episode, and that bit where Doug Kellness was like, I'm not really sure why we're here, and Dolly was like, well, maybe you're not the person you need to forgive, and she had so many moments where she just like it was such a good Dolly episode, a good Dolly episode. I just loved it. These stags with their kind eyes.
When they have eyes.
Yes.
yeah,
Yes,
this is true.
definitely. It was interesting, and I know the guys just discussed this in the action surge about how, like, in the game in D&D, you expect to go somewhere, and there's a reason for you to be there. The DM wants you to do something there, and then to be in a place and be told more or less, do what you want, is maybe not what you're initially expecting, but boy, did they run with it.
Yeah, because that's a risky move, I would imagine, for a DM to throw out to their players, because you always risk decision paralysis, right? It obviously, like, they've been playing together enough that Harry knows that he can put certain things out in front of them and they will pick it up and run with it. But if it's an unfamiliar table,
I think the riskiest part about it was it had been so long since they were at the emotional high of the previous episode, and then they've
Yeah.
come into this, and I think it almost worked out for the best, because they found their way back to the emotion through that discussion of, well, why are we here? What do you want to show us? What are we getting from this? They kind of found their way back to that emotional place, which set them then up for the scene in Kelnis's village. I think it worked out really, really well, but I think it was very risky. It could have gone very awkwardly.
Yep.
Yeah. The two things I liked most from the beginning part was I really liked the quote from Harry when they were talking about why they would show Kel the spot where he fought Yilda. And I didn't write down the whole quote because I'm not fast, but I wrote like these things, the conflict, whatever, they are a part of you. There is no failure for you in this place. It did not pain the forest. And it's like this idea of like, you know, we don't always get to face our mistakes or what we think are our like lowest moments. And so I really like the idea of like these trees that will live long after you and, you know, were there long before you and have far more wisdom than you would ever think. Not, I mean, you could say that about real trees too. That because they're watching your life, and essentially they'll watch the lives of the people who are around those trees later as well. But the idea of like, you know, the mistakes you've made and the things you've done are a part of you, and they don't harm the world necessarily, but like there is a space to make mistakes in this, like you are given the space to make those mistakes in this world, to learn from them, and that, you know, it won't necessarily harm it. Obviously some people can harm those things, but like the idea of it metaphorically I thought was really nice. And I like that, you know, in the forest, because it was a spot where they tried to resolve a dispute, it became like a sacred place for resolving disputes. Quite a dispute happened there, so that's a little crazy. But I just really liked that idea, and I liked that when Radiant tried to fight the forest again, it was for Kel this time. It's like, all right, you know what? I still want to fight this forest, but not for me. For my friend Kel. Why are you bullying my friend? It's like, well, if you listened for like, well, he can't hear the trees, but it's like, let's use our brains. They're teaching him. They're not telling him he's a bad person. Calm down. But like, yeah, this idea of like showing him these painful memories makes Radiant very upset for Kel, because and Ben, I like that Ben kind of talked about it a little bit, but like the idea of like seeing Kel hurt when Kel is like usually so not, like usually pretty, like they're kind of like wisest member, the one who seems the most put together, and he's being shown like all of these horrible, and some good, but like in this episode the horrible things that happened. Yeah, the traumatic stuff that made him who he is. And like he is getting sadder as he's seeing it, but maybe not for the reasons Radiant thinks. But obviously Radiant, like, he's a pretty emotional guy. He sees his friend being sad and he's like, all right, I'll fight some trees. Let's go. I fought a lake. I'll fight some trees.
And I lake napped it.
I lake napped it. So I just like, I really like those two aspects, specifically from that first section. Because again, I really like the idea of like a forest not judging you for the mistakes you've made, but wanting you to learn, like knowing that you can learn from them, because time in memoriam, that's what people do. And like the fact that this forest gives you the opportunity to see that if you are willing to accept it, / the trees can speak to you. And then the idea of Radiant wanting to fight some trees for his friend, when before he wanted to fight them for selfish reasons, now he wants to fight them because his friend is sad. And he's like, I'm tired of you upsetting me, but I'm really tired of you upsetting my friend. And I just thought those were like two really interesting like bits from the very beginning.
Yeah, and
that was my episode prediction, was that Radiant was going to fight a tree. So I felt vindicated.
You got it.
Yeah,
he did.
He was ready to throw down.
He was ready to punch a tree. It wouldn't have gone well, but he would have done it.
Yep.
When does it ever go well for that poor boy? That poor sweet boy.
It's probably smart not to punch a tree, really.
Yeah. But when has he ever been smart?
No, never. That's my dumb idiot.
I know.
Fireball would have been problematic.
It would have been. Yeah.
Sure would have.
Yeah. I think one of the things that really struck me as well when things were really getting to a head with Radiant being on the verge of just exploding at everything. See, I can't remember what it was that he said, but he makes some fairly passive aggressive comment, and you can tell that Kel is in a very, very different place to where he is normally because he reacted to it. I genuinely thought that they were going to end up, sort of not coming to physical blows, but actually having a conflict between the two of them, because Kel's like, I beg your pardon? Like, what are you saying? It's the most I think we've ever seen Kel snap at anyone, because he's usually so calm and grounded. So you really get to see how much of an impact like all of this is having on Kel as well as a result.
Yes.
I kind of love that for Doug as well, that he gets to flex that a little bit.
Most definitely. Stand up for himself a little bit. And the character, and guide the emotional narrative, if you will, more specifically. Yeah. Definitely. I love the idea that the shadows were something that got put together, whatever it was, 24 to 48 hours before the episode.
Good job, Harry. We love you.
GG boy. GG.
But the thing, I feel like we could go back and we could listen to all the action surges again, and the number of times Harry says, hey, I came up with this on the train on the way in last night, or I talked to some people a couple nights ago, or I talked to my wife about this, and
yeah.
Or I talked to my friend Sam who made this DM screen.
Yeah. The number of times where it's very late in the game and something quite iconic and significant was decided is pretty... It's almost... We should expect that to be the origin.
Yeah,
rather
we should almost be surprised if he turns up and has everything prepared and has done for the last 4 weeks.
Done for weeks. Which, considering the amount of time,
how long it's been,
episodes,
is, like it's mad that was the 11th hour. Like,
pretty,
they could do this.
Which, speaking of, we do need to shout out before we even get to the shout out section. Producer Tom.
Producer Tom.
We stan Producer Tom in
Love
this house.
Producer Tom.
I know we say in Holly we trust, but also in Producer Tom we trust, because the quality in that episode, if you weren't looking for any kind of difference, you definitely wouldn't notice any difference.
100%. 100%. And we're told even our slight comments have all been resolved in the later episodes.
Yeah,
which is...
he was hanging out too and like dying.
You wanted to
in
check
chat.
it was all going.
Also,
you wanted to check it was all going okay.
Hanging out to get the air conditioning.
Oh yes, you're right.
Yeah. To actually to miss out on MCM,
miss out on
to take
MCM.
a delivery for the aircon.
Yep.
The man is an absolute G.
Legend.
Absolute G.
Legend. I feel like, and maybe this is the most significant for, or relatable for Shan, but it almost felt like Kel was going through a confessional, right? Or had been going through a confessional. Kinda.
I mean, it's tough because it's like when you go to a confessional, you're like admitting to your sins, like that's. But he's being shown it, and then
Yeah.
having to discuss how it feels. So it's a little like I see what you're picking up what you're putting down, but it would take me a second to consider it that way, because like obviously for me it's just like, forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. This month I, said something stupid again. I once confessed to saying the F word at a keyboard in typing class because I had nothing to give him. And I remember him just going, right, that's not too bad. I don't know, 3 Hail Marys? I guess.
I left Final Fantasy 14 running for a whole day.
Yeah, like
without realizing.
And it was our poor like substitute priest too, because like our priest was in like rehab for alcohol abuse, which is pretty common amongst priests.
Yeah.
And so we had a temporary priest. He's so nice. Like he gave all of us a candy bar at the end of our confession. Because it was like in CCD you get it maybe once a month where they pull you aside and they're like, all right, let's do, so nice. But man, he did not know what to do. And I said, I called the computer effing stupid because I was having trouble with in my typing class. And he was just like, right. Like,
I bet he left
bar.
your parish and he was just like,
sin.
those guys were lame.
yeah,
no
like,
gossip at all.
yeah, like she doesn't
No
really
gossip.
like do much at all, I guess. And like I mean they were used to it. I could never really think of anything that was an actual sin, so I would give them something bad I did and they were just like, right. All right, well, 3 Hail Marys and an Our Father and you're good to go, kid. Here's a chocolate bar. Like I
Have a
miss him.
candy bar
I wonder
for
how
swearing
he's
at a
doing.
keyboard.
Yeah, for swearing at a keyboard in typing class in 7th grade.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
You could have just recycled an old sin. He wouldn't
I
have
mean,
known.
I was a child. I wasn't really paying attention to what I was
planning
doing.
it out, right? Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard to pick like what you're like, because it's the same old thing. It's like I'm jealous of my friend. I didn't listen to my parents. I didn't go to church last Sunday or whatever. Because you're a kid, you're not really doing anything like. You're not committing adultery. You're a child. Unless
I would hope you're not.
unless you're a boy who has
murdered
like
3
4
people.
girlfriends, and like
Oh, we all dated that boy in primary school.
I
like, in
didn't.
kindergarten.
I dodged that bullet.
Oh, you were lucky, man.
But yeah, I see it like viewing the things that were either like his worst sins or the things that he like feels badly about or is guilty about, and like having to face those and be judged, not really, but like having to learn something from it. Yeah.
That was a very convenient time to have a drink, Momo. Do you have things to tell us?
No, I just got whiplash from how
you
fast we
also-
switched back.
I'm trying to do. Listen, I've been doing podcasts
She's trying
a
to
long
keep
time,
us on track.
and
She's trying
I
to keep us
am
on track.
really good at coming up with segues because I am so often the one taking us off the rails.
No, it was good. I was just like, when you said he, I didn't realize you were talking about back to Kelness. I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
We thought you
Yeah,
were
the
still talking about the priest.
Yeah.
The priest.
He's still out there somewhere, like checking out the woods.
Yes. So I
Yeah.
I felt like obviously we have more resolutions to get through. And Kelness will continue to be tested. In fact, the whole party, it sounds like, will be tested. What did we think about that kind of progression, and do we feel like Kel will be a changed man, changed Dragonborn, coming out of all this in some significant character-based way?
I wonder if maybe he's just going to be a little bit lighter as a person. I mean, I know he has his jovial moments, he has his silly moments, and so on, and he does also have some very serious moments, but maybe for there to be it always feels like he's at 2 very extreme ends. He's either incredibly serious and sort of very much the father figure, like the whole spoon carving thing, the talk that he had with Elowen after that scene in the Old Dark. He's either that or he's Panther.
Yeah, otherwise, or he's
You know,
Pantherness,
like
yeah.
and I feel like maybe this is going to help him sort of reconcile those two elements of himself a little bit and sort of smooth that out, so you get just a little bit of more lightheartedness from him without crossing
Without
over into
going
trying to maul
completely.
people
Yep.
for the bit.
Ouch.
Definitely.
I think one thing that I've really gotten out of what's happened so far is less about Kel moving forward as like a growth of his current self, but I think I've really gotten a sense of how much he's grown up until this point. I think that's one thing I've really appreciated about Radiant's little crash outs, is that it's given us this really good view into Kelness, especially the one-to-one they have, God, corporate speak, that conversation they have later in this episode, which I'm sure we'll get to. I have a lot to say about that. But I think that in terms of understanding where he's come from and perhaps how he got to where he is now, and also the role he plays in the group, feels like it's kind of taking shape as part of this and giving him an opportunity to maybe step into that, because he's tends to be a little bit passive. He will step in at the, if things are really going, Elowen stormed off, he'll go talk to her, but he tends to be quite passive in terms of the emotional stuff, and in terms of even decision making, sometimes he'll just go with the flow.
Yeah.
But I feel like this is kind of him growing into, perhaps, if he chooses to grow into that, I mean, as famously, forests are for growth, it's given him the opportunity to just to see what he wants to do with that, and to give him the confidence of processing the reasons why he may previously have felt inadequate. The way that he reacted with Yildar, the guilt he felt for the ultimate destruction of his village. Like, I feel like those are the kinds of things that hold you back and make you feel inadequate to ultimately make decisions moving forward. So I feel like it might, especially to go through it with the group, it's just interesting. I'm interested to see where it plays out.
Agreed. 100%. Shall we first discuss the one on many?
Yes.
The group hug.
I know that, I think we, to your point, Momo, about the sort of mirror or anchoring point of Radiant's chaotic reaction and how that reflects and kind of provides a point of reference for Kelness's kind of progression, right? It did feel as though that being insufferable could not continue. And this was a nice way for that to be resolved in a open and kind of inclusive group way, rather than kind of, to use the kind of classroom analogy, I guess, the two troublemaker kids in the back of the classroom kind of resolving their differences, right? that was something I don't think we've really. I don't know that we've had group therapy, really, at all, before this point.
Especially not with Radiant specifically. That's what I was
Yeah.
gonna say. I'm
Yep.
so glad it was all of them, because Radiant has a tendency to seek specific things from specific people in the group.
Yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
he expects kinship with Dolly. He expects to be told he sucks by Elowen to some extent. He expects no judgment from I. He expects wisdom from Kel. But to not have specifically sought someone out, to be in that moment with all of them. And yeah, it was Dolly who gave the big speech or whatever, but they were all present and it was a group. You can't keep doing this, Radiant. We need you to, whatever it is you've got to say, just say it. I think it was hopefully a moment of growth for our reactive little boy Radiant.
It was Elowen who pushed him on the "What did you see?" Right?
I think so.
Yeah. Please tell us what you saw. Yeah. He didn't mention the dragon, though. Right?
Yeah, he
Or
did.
did he mention the
I
dragon?
think
He did, because I very specifically remember I going, it could be relevant because we are looking for dragons.
Looking for dragons?
Yeah.
Or whether he mentioned the specifics of the dragon. I don't think he mentioned the specifics of the dragon, but yeah. Yeah, good to have that. And maybe that is the springboard, if you will, for him to have more of these moments moving forward. Right?
Yeah, with the party instead of with stranger NPCs.
Yep.
Or elements of nature.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like-
There are
and
plenty
trees.
of. Well, he still has to have his deep and meaningful with the trees. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has to kumbaya with the trees.
That does feel like that'll be quite that'll be significant. Whether we get that in this coming episode or one further forward, yeah. That does feel like there is something to be
revealed.
certainly something to be revealed. I think I mentioned it last episode that boy, there's no way that I could be the DM who doesn't give something to the player that is
Yeah.
kind of monologuing. But Harry did do it here, right? He basically was like, "Oh well,
You want to crash out? You crash out.
you crash
You crash
out,
out, honey.
and
I ain't
Go
giving you
for it.
anything. You get
I'm not
nothing
giving you
for it.
anything. But since you resolved some of this crashing out, and you did so in a group fashion, maybe I do have something to tell you."
Maybe I do. Maybe I do have a
So-
little treat for you.
Yeah. Maybe there are some. Maybe there are some goodies. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
Who else
Radiant
would I
always
say?
wants the goodies in the room.
Yes, he does.
And he's been denied them since episode 2.
Yep.
He's always been denied the goodies in the room.
Even though I think he has the most goodies.
Yeah, he does have that rather wonderful staff, doesn't
He's
he?
got the staff. He has the boots.
The deck.
Mm.
Yeah.
He has a deck.
Grungle's boots.
Which I don't even know if he even
Boots.
remembers that he has them at this point.
I mean, they
Who
should be
knows?
tracking Andrew of the T's spreadsheet.
They should be.
Obviously.
Mhm.
Yes. They should be. But yeah. I liked all that resolution. Anything else before we go beyond the one to many and on to the one-on-one?
Will we talk about the child at a later date?
We can talk about the child now.
Yeah, we can talk about the child.
I guess, predictions for like, I don't know, 30 episodes for now.
Yeah.
Do we think the child, Shan, you can go first.
Well,
do
I
you
gotta
think
do
the
my Punnett squares as well, but
Do you think the child is Kelnis's, Yilda's, or somebody else's entirely?
see, based on Kel's what might have been or what might be vision, I want to lean Kel, but that leads me to some interesting questions that I was asking in the chat when we were watching the episode.
About logistics?
Yeah, well, yeah, like Punnett squares. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, but on several levels because, like, he looked like an elf.
Mm-hmm.
But, so would the baby look like an elf, or would the baby
I just,
surprise Dragonborn? Oops, said
conceptually-
Dragonborn baby. But
You
also,
know
what
those,
does a half elf Dragonborn baby
Yeah.
look like?
I was gonna say, you know those memes where it's like, which way does he wear the pants? Like, like which half is dragon?
Yeah, like I have lots of questions about this child if it is in fact
If it is
Kel's.
indeed, if it is indeed Kel's, yes.
Yeah, I mostly just wanted to be Kel's so I can have those questions
It
answered.
also I have not done my rewatch of this section
Yeah.
so that I can analyze in detail. But the other thing that wasn't clear to me is the timing involved here.
Yeah.
As well. So it's like, if there's a child, how long is this since Kel left? Because Kel left in the burning of the village, and there's like there's some. I know that there's timey-wimey kind of ridiculousness in general with this campaign, and we can't necessarily expect Harry and the whole cast to be like, oh, this needs to be in the right time frame. Exactly.
That's for Kenneth to figure out.
Yeah.
But
Not my job.
yeah. All right. So you're going with who then, Shan?
Kel,
did a
'cause
great way-
I
okay.
want to understand.
Fantastic.
There you go.
Momo.
I think Kelness, because I can't find any other way to reconcile who Yilda becomes if what's her name again?
Ariana.
Ariana. So she's theoretically still alive.
Mhm.
So what the heck is Yilda doing coming off being a murderer? What? So, well, I mean, obviously their entire village is destroyed, so I guess that's why. But like, if your child and your lover, and you know they're alive, and they obviously haven't gone back to anywhere in Lathy, because otherwise, they would have hopefully would have mentioned it.
That we're aware of. Yep.
Yeah. So I'm just why would Yilda become the Wasp if
If there was a child involved.
yeah.
Where's his villain arc? With that?
Yeah, and
being the
I mean,
case?
obviously we know that Ariana was alive then. That does not mean she's still alive
alive.
now.
Yep.
So I feel like either if Ariana and the child are still alive, the child is Kelness's. If Ariana and the child are now dead, the child is Yilda's. I know that that's a conditional prediction, but it's all I'm willing to give you.
How very analytical of you. I would never have anticipated that.
I've thought about it a lot. I also want to know if there's going to be any parallels between Thalon and her child and Ariana and her child. That's what I wrote.
Yeah.
I hope there's a parallel between
I
the
mean,
child. That was my note on it.
We still don't even know the significance of Kelness.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why were his parents killed? What is this? Or his biological parents? Why were his biological parents killed?
Why
the
is him
significance of
being
that?
a gold dragon so
Dragon
significant?
so significant, et cetera, et cetera. We have known nothing about that.
Yeah.
So
Brought it up once and never brought it up again.
Yes, we have certainly learned nothing further. Sophie.
See, I was leaning towards Yilda and it's kind of based, following what Momo was saying. If Iriana, if Iriana had given birth to Yilda's child, but we know that the web was out to basically murder everyone that seemingly ever had any connection to Kel. What if Iriana and her child, even though not Countesses, were part of that, that they were eventually hunted down and they were also killed? Yilda would absolutely blame Kel for that, which
100%.
then again leads into his villain arc. So that's kind of where I was leaning to with it. But then I was sort of like, well, then why wouldn't they have gotten Yilda? Well, Yilda's the wasp. Yilda seems to have this ability to just become anyone, so it's quite easy for Yilda to go undetected. Has gone undetected for years.
Incredibly
and years and years.
powerful
So
individual. Yes.
that's how I squared that particular circle in the old brain space.
Excellent.
But
I'm
going Yilda.
going with neither. It's someone else's child, and
an
there's
as yet
significance to
unnamed
that.
party.
Yes.
I also like the idea that it's not even her child.
Yes. That was my feeling. Yes. Exactly. That this child is significant, but it is neither of their children. Yes. Yes. Anything else on the revelation of a child in the midst that we should discuss?
Oh, they showed us Kel's father giving the pendant to the tree.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, because he got the vibe that Kel would come back for it.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
That was something that I completely missed on the first watch, and only picked up on the second rewatch after listening to Action Surge, because I was so out of it with the heat last week. But
you were having a rough time with the heat, and I think that was the time when we were critiquing and discussing audio with Tom as well.
Yeah.
The pendant is the virtuous's one, right?
Yeah.
I think that's the conclusion that we've drawn.
Yes.
I
And that
just
the book is the vials.
I'm just wondering if there's any, I mean, maybe not, but I'm just wondering if there's any significance to the fact that this forest, which is then again connected to the wild in some capacity, held on to this amulet and ensured its safe return to Kelness specifically. I don't know if it's significant. We've gotten so many hints about like what Radian's deal is with the wild, but I feel that's like, I know we've talked about how much Kelness will grow as a person in this blah blah blah, but I want some like little juicy little morsels of how he might have even why he even came to be there in the first place.
Yeah, like where did his parents come from? Like were
Like,
they
and
from
why did his
Lathy or
parents
were they from
decide that
outside
was where?
Lathy? Yeah.
Yeah.
Even
The
just
dragons
like
are hidden in Lathy, so like there's some questions that we could,
even just like just enough to keep a more interesting theorizing. Like I feel like we haven't gotten like anything really really juicy about Kelness's past before he was living his life.
100%. I do wonder whether we ever will.
Yeah.
There's part of me that's like, Harry wouldn't go there. It's like, that's not important. What's important is the person you became after this event. The other part of me is like, yeah, it's going to be all will be revealed once you get to the dragons. Then they're like, "Oh, my son, um,
Grandson.
you
Dad?
have returned.
You're not my dad.
You are descendant of, I don't know, John Dragon the First.
John Dragon. John
Well-known
Dungeon
dragon
and Dragon.
in dragon
like,
lore.
Write
Yeah.
that down as your prediction.
Yeah. John Dungeon
John Dragon the First.
and Dragon.
Yep,
Esquire.
The first.
Yeah.
Yep.
But so
Welcome home. Yeah.
yeah. But here's the interesting thing, because obviously Caunus as an egg was left in Larthy, which means that his parents managed to get into Larthy somehow. We know that the trees kind of only really let you in
If there's something
if it
significant.
knows you or if it
Yes.
trusts you. So
Mhm.
they must have had some connection. Like, he must have always been connected to Larthy in some remote way through his real parents as much as his adoptive parents, which is an interesting thread to just kind of like just have a little.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Most definitely. There must be something significant to that. That's for sure.
Harry doesn't put these things in front of people for the lols. You know?
Yep. No, he does not. When it comes to the story, he does not. When it comes to mechanics, boy, does he.
Yeah.
He's all about the lols. He does not take mechanics seriously.
No, he does not. He'll let future Harry worry about
Yeah.
such things. Such as the significance of a tree speaker and what that actually means. Yeah,
That's absolutely future Harry's problem.
exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. Cool. Shall we pivot to the one-on-one?
Yeah.
Let's pivot.
There were so many parts of this where I was just kind of listening and was like, yep. This is Doug Cockle, the father, speaking.
Yeah.
Through his character here. The kind of be patient, my son, when somebody else has something to tell you, they'll tell you. And if you
Yeah.
keep asking them, right, they're less likely to tell you.
Stop doing the toddler thing of just asking why.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Ask the right questions at the right time. Right. And it is actually important that you take no for an answer.
Yeah.
Anything else regarding this, guys, that we want to pull on?
Well, what was interesting, and again, because my memory is slightly fuzzy of when this came up in terms of all of these things that were being discussed, but news about, like, a little bit more in depth about what actually happened to Radian when he woke up.
Yes, being paralyzed, etc. Yep.
Yeah, like, for him, I mean, obviously he's spoken about certain elements of his past and so on, but not necessarily to the whole group. But some of that was brand new to listeners and party alike.
Yeah, it wasn't just
It's just not just like I woke up, I was covered in cuts or scars and I had no memory. It was like I couldn't move.
Yeah, I was both my memory and my physical knowledge were completely wiped, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just it must have been terrifying to wake up like that.
Yep. It also
to effectively just be a shell.
100%. It also is further interesting then is how did he learn how to be a wizard?
Because, yeah, we all know that wizards, it don't come naturally. They all about that book learning. And if
He's
your
not
Gale
a
and Borders get 3,
wizard.
you think you're a
Yeah, I
bad
was
person
gonna
for
say
it,
we
and
have
you're not.
posited that he's not
That he's
actually
not
a
actually a
wizard, and that's
wizard.
why he's so bad at spells. But Ben hasn't tugged on that thread in a minute.
Also, the
Least
fact
10
that Ben
million.
keeps playing Radiant like he's a Riz-based character. It's like, you sure you're not a sorcerer,
I like how he
honey?
does that, but then like the next scene he'll be like, "Well, he has no Riz though."
Yeah.
He'll
That's
be
why
like,
he got
"Lots
a nat
of
1
Riz,
with trust.
Circumstance.
but not
Riz.
really, not really, no Riz. I'm
He
just
had
playing.
Riz with Vim. To be fair, he had
Yeah.
Riz with Vim.
Yeah, but he was pretending to be
Circumstantial.
Brandon. Yeah,
That's true. That's true. Brandon
I mean,
got
there
Riz.
is something to be said about Radiant's ability to have Riz when he is trying not to be himself.
yeah.
When he is, it's like
Yeah.
he understands the concept of how to be charming, but when he is settled in his own skin, he is so convinced that he is not that he almost shoots
Gets in
himself
his
in the
own way.
foot.
Mm-hmm.
It's because he lost his Riz when he transferred. Because he was, I posit, he was once full of Riz, and now he's Rizless. Because he lost it in the fire, whatever the
Radiant
Yeah.
the Rizless.
Radiant Rizless. Don't worry, Radiant, we'll find your Riz. It will be found again.
I would not be
in the
surprised
Feywild.
if I would not be surprised if he was a bard.
That would be crazy.
That would be
Yeah.
so mad.
Hey, listen, if my theory holds, he had to have some Riz.
I mean, to
Definitely.
be fair,
He's
like
definitely a
sorcerers are a Riz-based class.
Yeah.
He needed
But
some
even-
Riz
Not
to
just
get that
bards.
pull.
But
Yeah.
even obviously he's not a hit, he doesn't hit things, but even like Paladin, like whatever he was doing, he was clearly devoted to probably Thalon.
Yeah.
Even Paladin isn't too crazy, and that's also Riz based.
Yeah. Yeah.
You are obviously correct.
So I'm playing a Paladin right now.
You
Very
are.
Riz
yeah.
based.
I'm excited to get to know your paladin.
I convinced everybody that I was telling the truth after the DM explicitly told me the
in
opposite.
front of the player character, in front of the rest of the player characters. You're like, do I know this? No, I know a way. You're like, sure, why not?
Riz through
As
the
you do.
roof.
As
Yep.
you do.
I have something thematic to pull on around this one-to-one, if you will bear with me in this here month of Pride. Kel and Radian as trans allegory goes so hard
Goes so hard.
because both of them are in bodies that they did not grow up in. They both have very strong feelings about how that came to be. They both lost their friends and family in the process of whatever that was to them. And to have that conversation about anger and how to deal with this, I want to feel comfortable in who I am, and I am so physically uncomfortable that it is pouring out of me in ways that I cannot control. For Kel to have had that conversation with him goes so hard. And like, I think for me, like obviously there's been grief they've dealt with so much, but I think for me that was kind of like this really peak moment of like, we are these two people that have had these shockingly similar experiences. We're at completely different journeys and points at times with this, and it was just, yeah, I really liked it, and I think it was really meaningful to have happened after Kelness kind of lost his temper a little bit with Radian after being so calm, and then to have this conversation about holding that anger in your body and how to deal with it. I think it was I don't think it has any significant weight on the story or anything like that, but it's like a thematic moment as these two characters that kind of, I don't think they're intentionally trans allegory characters, but they are. if you are interested in reading them that way, which I personally am. So I think I really, really, really liked it. It was one of my favorite moments. So
It's almost as if such a topic deserves nuance and careful attention and not deliberate insert. I hadn't really thought about any of those things until you just mentioned them, Momo. But yes,
Yeah.
I agree. Having not personally had to deal with any of that, or and also not really anyone in my immediate familial vicinity, that was not a parallel I drew immediately. But yeah, I can definitely see that. And how subtle it is, I think, is in addition quite significant, right? You don't
I don't think-
necessarily need to draw
yeah.
attention to it.
I don't think it's something that I don't even think I mean, I could be completely wrong because I have had a very extensive conversation with Harry about gender and the way that the gods perceive gender. It could very well have been something that both Doug and Ben have thought about. I don't necessarily think it is, but it's just interesting how those kind of themes can pervade beyond just being a strictly this is a trans character. No, you can have those feelings and you can portray them in ways that are just a little more subtle. It's also nice to get hit in the face with it sometimes, but it's also nice to be a little bit subtle. Yeah.
Yeah. I had considered it with Radiant before. I forget what episode it was. It was something Ben had said about feeling uncomfortable in his own body. It might have been with Twinkle. It might have been before that. And I remember having like the thought occurring to me, but it's like, again, it was one of those things where it's like, am I just like reading that? Am I just reading into that?
Seeing
or is that...
things that are not there.
Yeah,
Yep.
but it does like but it presents an opportunity for really interesting allegory. What I hadn't considered was Cal's side, which is crazy because this is like literal.
I was
The most-
literally
yeah,
it's
it's
literal.
literal. Like he literally grew up
Yeah.
in a
You
different
just
body
forget
with a different
sometimes. We're
appearance.
so used to seeing Cal as a dragonborn that for me it happens all like, I mean, it's also an ADHD thing. Like when you're presented with something that you see it all the time, you just kind of, when you're not looking at it, it's easy to forget. Just kind of like object permanence is wild. So like for me, it's one of those things where it's like, unless it comes up, I often forget that that's a plot point because there's so many other things to keep track of.
He's also so settled into his
Yes.
dragonborn form in a way that Radiant is not settled into his body. I think it's this kind of arc has highlighted how violent that transformation was for Kelness in that moment in a way that I obviously have thought pretty extensively about this for Radiant, but it wasn't really till that moment when they were talking about it earlier in the episode, like this previous episode, that I was like, that was such a emotional moment for Kel. This is essentially a like if you were to rip someone's life in half like a piece of paper, that is the moment you would rip his life in half on. And it was just like, oh. But to your point, Chen, you actually talked about last podcast episode about specifically used the word dysphoria. That Radiant feels dysphoria in his body. So yeah.
Yeah, that's what made me think of it, was that very obvious, like, Ben having Radiance say that, not in those words, but like, I was like, oh, yeah. Yeah, of course he's feeling some, like, of course he doesn't feel right in his body because he doesn't know who he is. And so he doesn't know who lived in that body. And it's like, that's kind of crazy. It's kind of like a reverse transness where like you don't know what you were before, maybe you want to get to that, but maybe you don't. But like
You
you're
don't
just
know what's
not
right.
sure.
Which version of you is right? This version of you now or that version of you before? And
Yeah, that you don't even remember, which is like layers upon layers of making it even more uncomfortable. But yeah, I forgot I said that. I often forget things I say.
don't
Plus
worry, I took
there's-
notes.
Thanks. It's
there's
nice to be
no-
listened to.
It's like Momo was
sometimes.
prepared for this.
Yeah.
They came to this prepared.
But there's also no transformation,
No physical yeah, it's more of a metaphysical
well,
transformation.
and it's double-sided, right? There's no physical transformation that we're aware of.
Yeah, that
right?
we're aware of,
Yeah.
except for like
There's-
the change of what his body looks like.
What his
because he
body
got all
looks
scarred
like,
up.
but he
Yeah.
could have had those scars before too.
Yeah, we
right?
just
like,
don't know.
We just don't know, right? But if you think about even a trans person's journey, they still have a childhood and adolescence, etc., that they have been going through, that they remember, etc., right? Radiant has none of that, right? And now not even that from an emotional journey point of view. He doesn't even have that physical journey, right? He doesn't remember, like jumping high for the first time or any of this type of stuff. Any of that physical journey he has no memory of, right? And it sounds like he had to relearn many of those things as an adult, which if you've ever perhaps attempted to do a new sport as an adult, it is not an
I
easy
don't
thing,
do sport.
right? Or really a new physical
For that
action
very
in,
reason.
A new physical action in any way.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right.
I tried to learn leather etching, and that was a very strange. I'm
Right.
someone who does lots of things with that. I didn't mean for that to sound like that. I do like crochet and sewing and
you do a lot of like dexterous stuff. Well,
Crafting.
yeah. I
Yes.
mean, well, tiny tacos.
Yes.
Case in point.
Case in point,
So-
tiny tacos. But
Yeah.
so
But like Radiant
trying-
doesn't even know how old he is.
Yeah, I mean, no.
Like, what should he have memory of?
It was
Logically,
interesting
for someone
to watch,
of his age, he doesn't know because he doesn't know what he is.
as is usual for us, watch Harry's face while Radiant's talking about the fact he's probably older than Kelnis. Right?
Yeah, you know what? I should have looked at.
I'm
I
gonna
was
have
so
to do
busy
some
writing,
rewatches.
I wasn't looking, but I did find that bit very funny. I was like, wouldn't that be funny if, after
Yep.
they have this
Yeah.
conversation about a father-son relationship, imagine
100%.
Radiant's the daddy in so
And
many ways.
You just got that boy over in the corner with his DM screen, just smiling.
yeah.
Yep.
I'd believe it.
I
I'd
know all
believe
the
it
things.
if he was,
Yeah, no,
frankly.
it absolutely
Oh no,
could. Like, it
I think
absolutely
it's
100%.
more. I think it's more likely than unlikely.
Yeah. The Radiant we know is definitely younger. It's like
most definitely.
Well, it's
I mean, his life began when he woke up.
Anew.
Like,
yeah.
yeah.
It's
It's
like-
like a particular character in a particular Final Fantasy. I
Yeah.
won't say what it is, but they also go through something similar. The way that they act is not the age they should be because
They're not.
they're not that age.
And I was thinking about Castlevania, where there's a whole bit where you find out Alucard is probably a teenager, but he
Yeah.
grows faster because he's half vampire, and he had
Yeah.
been picking on the actual adult man like the entire time. And when he mentions this, the girl in the group is just like, well, that explains it out. Actually, maybe you're the childish one. Actually,
Yeah.
and it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, obviously you have a different perspective when you think you are one age, or mentally you are one age, or spiritually you are one age because like of circumstances, and then
Well, yeah. And
oh,
it's
oops.
like if you, it's like in D&D, if you have two different races that may have been on that earth for the same amount of time, but like a human versus say an elf, they've both been on the mortal plane for 50 years. They will have had the same
Yep.
amount of life experience, but where they are mentally in terms of, one's middle-aged, the other is like
A baby.
barely even a teenager.
Yeah, a child.
You know, yeah, they're basically a child.
Mm-hmm.
So their mentality will be very different, even though they've had the same number of years of life.
Yeah, especially if he
It's all
is,
relative.
Riz Lord. Like, he has
Wow.
we don't know how old the Spider Prince is, but, like, presumably old enough where it'd be like, wait a second,
Wait a
on.
second, honey.
You look really
Honey.
good for your age, man. Congratulations.
Damn.
Most definitely. I think this is also interesting in the context of we have not had an opportunity yet for villains to have a long exposure, really, apart from Barabbas,
No.
right?
We've had no villain monologues except from Barabbas. He's monologues.
And
Little Knox.
Little
Well,
Knox,
yeah,
and we
but
also
I don't like to think about Knox.
No,
I
nobody
don't
Old
like to
does.
think about him. No.
old mate got a death. Moloch, is that his
Oh,
name?
Moloch, yeah.
Yeah. He had he didn't give anything away, but he did certainly give a bit of personality away.
But also,
Yeah.
we haven't had the kind of classical D&D villain exposure, right? Your
I feel
lich,
like
your
we're not even 100%
vampire,
sure
your etc. Right?
who is who is our ultimate, who are we fighting
Yeah, who is
against? Like,
BBG?
is it Moloch, or is it all of the Vile? Are they they're just like, at the moment they're just a name aside
Who
from him.
knows?
All I'm going to say is it better not be Man Bear God.
No, I would not be able to live anymore if Ursulus
No.
is bad.
I
I
sure hope
couldn't live
not.
in a world where that
I
was
sure
the
hope not.
BBG.
I cannot.
But it's a kind of classic dark fantasy in particular character to have that that vampiric or character that is physically young but mentally old, right?
The opposite.
And here we've got the opposite, right?
Physically old, mentally young.
Yeah.
Sorry, just a small thought that you've just put into my head. The concept of Thalon betraying or siding with the virtuous to essentially, quote unquote, end the war. The concept of the war starting up again with someone from the wild then siding with the vile goes hard. I don't feel like it would be, given what we know about Bear God helping Thalon traverse.
Yeah,
That feels
exactly.
unlikely, but one of them, that sounds pretty. And that also, if you're sitting in Agent of Chaos and you've been sitting after fighting for an endless amount of time to potentially endless peace, and you go, okay, what now?
Where's the chaos?
I'm doing a little betrayal for
also-
breakfast.
Just
you know?
little bit of vile chaos.
I
We
think
don't
it's
know
fine.
who told Radiant about the deck in that flashback he had. It could
That's
be
true.
a god of the wild, because, like, there's a goodly we've discussed this before. There's a goodly chance that Radiant might have had close contact with the wild gods. So, if one of them was the one who suggested that he steal the deck.
I just feel like it could be the classic double betrayal, like I just wanted to stir a pot and I set the vial off into the thing. I set Thalon's lover into a thing. I just want, and then, we maybe they shop and the vial are all dead as well, because whomever it is has just been like, I don't know if this is anything, but
I'm
I just
loving
like
it, though. I'm loving this.
conceptually, I just like the idea of, because it feels like we're setting up for Moloch being bad, obviously the big bad, or at least to some capacity leading us to the big bad. Is it the vial? They've been the ones fucking shit up,
Pulling the strings.
pulling the strings.
I know Harry has talked about very early on that there are Greek or Roman god kind of
That sort of
parallels
pantheon,
here.
yeah.
And I do love the idea that those guys,
It's
they just,
Dionysus.
They
He
just
just
got-
felt
Yes.
like fucking shit
well,
up.
they just got bored, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
oh, there's too much. You guys are just like boring. I need to just flick something here.
I just have
It's
a
like
little pot that I need to
Endless
stir. I need to
peace. Endless peace is boring. There's no
Yeah.
throw
fire
a little
to
bit of
peace.
salt on the fire, you know.
Yeah.
There's not enough strife here, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Where's the gasoline? Let's just throw that on the fire.
We love a little
um,
accelerant.
Yes.
Especially given that, especially now I'm really in on this.
Yeah,
Given-
yeah, they're going. They're
given
going.
given
She's
that
cooking.
it was these the Thalon's child that ultimately killed them all. If I was a kind of bored, chaotic, a little bit spiteful, I didn't want endless peace. I like chaos. War is chaos, you know? If I wanted to write a poetic end for Thalon, that is what I would write. I would set her son on her.
just saying.
Anyway,
For the lols.
For the
For the
lulz.
lulz.
for the
teehees.
yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I
back to the
feel
actual episode.
I feel like
Yeah.
we've gotten well into the realm of speculation, which is great.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we'll have time to speculate officially, probably here in a moment. Do we have any thoughts on the mushroom lady before we pivot to predictions for 56?
You don't want to
and-
talk about
Aside
Mummy's
from really-
memories?
I
Well, yes, we can talk about Mummy's memories.
I'll hold my mushroom thought so we can talk about
I have a
Mummy's
mushroom
memories.
thought. I have a mushroom thought as well. I was just checking. I don't know if there's anything significant to say about it other than we just met Mr. Beast and Mark Zuckerberg in a forest.
in a forest.
Yeah.
Wow.
I did like the significance that the forest felt as though because they did
They
kill.
needed protection
Well, they needed protection,
and to be trapped there forever.
but that they
Yeah,
the
they were
same
protecting
time.
them from the. They
Kill-
were protecting them from the gloam,
And themselves.
But this
Yes.
is about this is about
and they were protecting the
Kelness-
world from them.
Yeah.
This is about Kelness reflecting on decisions he's made, right? And
Yeah.
they did kill Leia Descartes. That is a decision that was made, and probably one that they regret, right? And that had
Well, they asked no
Far-reaching-
questions about why, did they? They
far-
were just they sort of
far-reaching
made assumptions
consequences.
as to why.
far-reaching consequences, right? So the significance of that and the reason why the stag, now you can say it was coincidence and they just happened to be there or whatever, and kind of Harry kind of implied that it was a little bit of that, but that's just as meeting them and resolving that. I know Harry said that he didn't intend for it necessarily to go as it did, and he was totally happy with how it did go. That is mega significant for them as a group, right? To kind of draw a line under that action and have something positive come out of them basically murdering a dude, right? And there are many other things related to that which I have thoughts on, but anything else regarding Mummy's memories that we think we
Should have
discuss?
come with a trigger warning is what it should have come with. That's every
I-
man I've ever talked to at a hackathon. Oh god.
I liked that it led to a discussion on morality and how, like, you know, if you just do something because you're told and then you don't question it, you could find out that perhaps it's because you were actually helping to destabilize a government or a family or a city, and you didn't consider that because you were just told whatever you were told, And what if you are the bad guys actually by accident? And I think like it's an interesting way to frame things like that. Like, I mean, like I'm playing James Bond right now, right? And like we know that
He kills people.
well, not only killing people, but you could at times be helping to destabilize a government, because that's what first world countries and their secret agents do sometimes. But it's like, it's framed as stopping a bad guy. So like, yeah, you're stopping a bad guy because that's what's narratively important.
We're the good guys.
You're asked not to look at the man behind the curtain, which is like what the far-reaching
even
thing
more bad
could
guy.
be. Yeah, and I mean, in James Bond's defense, a lot of the movies do actually deal with like making people who would help destabilize the government is who you're actually attacking, not the government itself. Though sometimes it's a government agent, sometimes it isn't. And to be fair as well, to take it even a step further, Ian Fleming very much was exploring a lot of issues post-World War II with his books, good or bad. He was actually trying to do something, and I respect it. But like, it's one of those things where it's like, when you play games like that, you don't consider the far-reaching implications of it because you're just there to do the story. The party's just there to do the story, man. But now you're presented with, oh, shoot. As Holly mentioned, oh, no.
To have
Their mom is on the Council of Equals.
To have it so explicitly thrown in their face, not, 3 episodes after they had the massive argument where Radian was like, I want to reach out to these people and tell them that they're free and see if they want to help us and rewrite their story and make up for their wrongs. And Elowen was so vehemently against it. She never wants to face any of them, blah, blah, blah. I don't know if Elowen will actually reflect on it at all, but I just think it would have been a very interesting moment to have had that. Like, oh, here I am having to exactly do this, face this moment of the fact that I did something bad, and I am now able to reflect on that. I think it was very accidentally, or maybe intentionally, very poetic.
It's also very on the nose for that character specifically to be in a situation where you're meeting the family member of someone you assassinated, right?
Yeah.
You can
Literally
imagine the
shattered.
type of situation that Elowen would be in if someone
After
had
we
sent
just had the freaking
people to assassinate her brother, right? Or one of her brothers. Yeah, that's... I actually think that some of this is... Holly talked about this in the... I think this is the episode that she talks about where she felt like she didn't play up to her level, right? She talked about that specifically in the podcast that she did at MCM, which is live. You can listen to the whole thing.
very good.
Hard recommend. Hard
Very
recommend.
good.
It's
Yeah.
very good. Especially if you're ever feeling inadequate or need a reason to
Girl, that's every day. I'll have to give a list.
Yeah. Get
feeling
on it.
inadequate
There's
or
also
feeling
there is
like-
also an episode with Doug that they did as well. Yeah, which is really worth a listen.
So, what motivates you to do things, what things are important in your life, all that kind of stuff, right? Good reflecting things. But talking about allegories for all sorts of things that the party has done. I think the other thing that I even said this in the watch party, the fact that Barabask picked these two idiots to lead
Well, I mean, they
Taliska.
wouldn't. They
He wants
wouldn't
to
have.
destabilize Taliska, so
Yeah,
it makes sense actually.
is
Yeah.
like,
and they would have just
wild
been
to me.
doing what they were told.
Yeah.
There would have been no leading. There would have been them on the phone to the sending stone every day, going, "What do we do? What do we do?"
What do we do now? What do we do now?
We just
Yeah.
need some startup capital for Mummy's
We
memories.
just need some startup capital. And
What do we do?
Oh man.
I don't know how to run a city. I just wanted to run a startup.
So many bad memories.
You want to work on your elevator pitch? Let's go.
No.
Yeah.
No, I don't. Cool.
Mushrooms?
Mushrooms.
Mushrooms.
Mushroom.
I have only one thought to share about this, so I'll go quickly. I really hope that we get a little bit more Dolly backstory. I really want to know. We don't know how she ended up with Nox, really, beyond the fact that they're a criminal gang doing criminal gang things.
Mm-hmm.
How did she end up there? I don't know if that will come out as part of this Somnium moment, but every time they even mention Somnium, I'm like, Dolly backstory? So
Perhaps
that was my thought.
some Dolly backstory for the lady?
Please?
Dolly
Please,
backstory
sir,
for the
we
lady.
want some more.
We know what
No.
Momo wants. She does
I
not want
beg.
the rose. She wants the Dolly backstory.
Dolly
So,
backstory.
Give it to him. I agree. I actually do wonder. We've had an Elwyn side quest, as Shan gives me a virtual slap.
Sorry, the
5,000.
fly was on my microphone.
Just
The
like-
fly
like,
was there. They're
quiet,
so
Doc.
big. They're so big, these flies. I don't like them. I want them away.
We had an Elwyn side quest. Will we get a Dolly side quest soon? Seems like it'd be right, be nice timing for that.
We've learned a lot about her recently. Well, not learning anything at all, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
We had the flashback, and then we had the tidbit she dropped when she was trying to calm Radian down.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
anything can happen.
We got opportunities. I did like the fact that we are picking up on a character that was mentioned 27 episodes or something.
That was
like
the thing
that
I was
ago.
going to say
Yeah.
about the mushroom thing. I was like, I remember that from my notes when Kel talked about who he lost to Somnium.
Mhm.
And I very quickly figured out that this was the exact same person. Because
Yeah.
for some reason, that was a memory. I think it's because that might have been around the time I started doing timestamps for Holly. So that might be why it stuck in my mind, was because I remember having to go back and get her name. And so I, when it started being described, because I've been having trouble paying attention to the show lately. I've been really tired recently, just the way work has been and everything else. So the fact that even if I missed him saying her name first, just by him describing her, by Harry describing her, I knew exactly who it was. And I was like, ooh, it's come back around now.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Most definitely.
Now you gotta fight her.
Yeah, I was looking for where.
It's in my other notebooks, which is buried under my player handbook, so.
Yeah, I'm looking for the fandom page.
Yeah, and it's in...
'Cause I
Yeah, 'cause it would have gone on the fandom, wouldn't it?
Yeah, because I thought Holly even mentioned that.
Because I remember putting it in my timestamps, but those get deleted after a while, so I wouldn't have it anymore.
Wouldn't have it
Holly
anymore,
deletes
yeah.
them so that she knows which ones she's
Which
done.
ones she's currently.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, I can get my notebook out. Hold on. Just
Do we
give me a minute.
remember?
One moment. Oh,
And do you
God.
guys remember what the name was again?
I can get it.
Wasn't
No, I didn't write it.
Elara or something like that? I thought it started with an E.
Let me see. I'm going to Nox right now. I believe it also started with an E, but I'll tell you in a second. Let's see. Sorry for the page turning ASMR.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Maybe it's on.
I'm still in the old dark.
on
Hold
the
on. I'm
glossary,
almost there.
Not on the fandom.
Let's Let's see. Oh, here we go. Let's see. Because I just saw Radiant promises not to take Somnium if it would make Dolly feel better.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Ben blue screen at the table when he absolutely shut down. Yeah. Let's see.
Elra.
Elra.
Yes.
Elra.
Let's see if that actually is on the fandom.
It's in the Somnium page.
Ah, okay.
That's where I found it.
Somnium.
I'm a prolific user of looking stuff up on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
It's a skill set.
Yep. Doesn't help that the fandom's got some weird ass CSS issues at the moment.
Oh, see, here's what it is. I was assuming Nox was still alive in the note I was looking at. He was not. It was after he died. Ooh, my stomach is rumbling. That was really
you need
loud.
a taco.
Yeah,
we need tacos.
yeah, I
Funny.
do.
If only I'd made more.
It's okay. I can't eat crochet anyway. It makes me ill.
Didn't stop.
Does
Doug
it make
from
you sleepy?
trying.
Does it make you sleepy afterwards?
Are you
crochet
Perhaps.
intolerant?
are you crochet intolerant?
Perhaps. Let's see.
Thank you, Momo. I will be certain to make a link to Elra
Add it to the show notes.
on the fandom.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's no way that I would have.
I definitely wrote it down somewhere, so I got it.
Come up with that. Cool. Are we ready to go to episode 56, guys?
I think so.
Make some predictions.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Excellent.
predicted the BBG, so I'm done.
You
for
reckon that's
today.
happening in episode 56?
No,
Big bad here.
you never know.
Well, I
Momo,
mean-
how many words will there be in the title?
In preparation for this, my appearance, I rolled dice to see what just because I didn't have any thoughts on it, and I rolled a natural 6. So my prediction is 6. I don't
6.
think they've ever had an episode title that long. I don't think it's reasonable, but I'm gonna
That's
guess
okay.
it anyway.
Doc keeps going for
They've
1.
had 5. They've had a
Uh,
5, I think.
We're locked in. We're locked in on 1.
Yeah, see, he just did it.
Yeah.
Shannon, you want to go next? Are you going with 3 again?
No.
No.
I think I'll go with 4.
4.
I don't think I'll get lucky twice. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Sophie?
I'll take 3 then. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm trying to shut
With
my
your-
stomach up.
Daddy Yilda.
Yeah, thank you.
Daddy Yoda.
Oh, he just like auto-corrected my... Look, I'm doing my best, okay?
It's okay.
I was
have
trying to
a-
type quietly because my keyboard's under
I have
my
a,
mic.
I have OCD with the red squiggle
Little
below
squigglies.
the words.
I'm sorry,
Little
I
squigglies.
didn't, I was trying to pay attention to
I have
you
to turn
guys.
when I'm writing things. I have to turn it off because it I can't have it showing because otherwise I will have to stop constantly and correct spelling and
Right.
grammatical errors and all sorts of stuff. An insight into my psyche that you didn't need and didn't ask for.
It's okay, my stomach's growling, so like no one asked for that either. Now I'm having to I'm hiding under the table now in case that happens
Momo, your
again.
prediction for episode 56.
I mean, low-hanging fruit, combat.
Wow.
Whoa.
Nice.
I can't
that
believe you would
is-
think there's gonna be combat in this one. That's
That
crazy.
is some 5D chess if I ever
Wow.
Can I
Wow.
say?
What does she know?
She's got the inside track,
see it. I've been
man.
talking to
You
people.
know me.
They definitely
You
have
know
the
me.
inside track.
Talking to people.
I think I mean, I don't know if this will happen, so I don't, but I'm going to say it anyway. I want Dolly backstory. So that's what I'm...
Combat.
I don't know if I'd go for a
Dolly
prediction, more
backstory.
hope, but a hope, a prediction,
Love it.
two of the same.
Love it. Sophie.
I think that I think that Radian is going to finally get to some kind of peace after seeing Kel reach peace.
Radiant.
So yeah, prediction is that fallout from combat is going to be some kind of peaceful resolution for Kel that will then lead into Radian finding some peace or some acceptance.
Sweet. Love it. Shannon.
I had a joke built in because I can never take things seriously. I was going to say Radian does his best Lorax impression, and he speaks to and for the trees. He speaks for the trees. He's the Lorax.
It's going in the dock.
Speaks for the
It's going in
trees.
the dock.
Radiant does Lorax impression, yes.
Yeah,
Lorax
he
has
talks
two Rs,
to
I
the
think.
trees. No, as
Right?
one.
Or is it just one?
Yeah, it's just one. It's the Lorax. Just one. Trying to think if I have anything like serious to go with that.
What's the plural of Lorax?
I don't know. There's only one. And he speaks for the trees.
It'll be Loraces, wouldn't it?
Loraxes?
Probably.
Loraces?
It
Yeah.
depends on
Lori.
what the
It's
the
the root.
root is. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Tricky one. I will leave you that as homework to give some thought. To what
Let us
plural.
know.
Yeah, it's great.
Excellent. Anything else, Shannon, that you'd like to predict?
I can't. Oh my god, my stomach. I can't think of anything. I'm just glad that Taco. I'm just glad that while my hope for a one-on-one with Dolly did not happen, there was still some good Dolly Radiant, and including from Ben, who remembered that I'm always impressed when they remember little stuff. Remembered that Radiant promised Dolly he wouldn't do Somnium, and he's gonna keep that promise. So I'm impressed because this is prime Somnium opportunity, my friend. But yeah, no, I can't think of, plus they're immune to Somnium, so I don't have any Somnium predictions, so I think that's it.
I do feel like they have had a discussion with someone somewhere where they're like, yeah, having your player characters get poo-poo faced
High.
on drugs is not a good look. So don't do that.
Well, they let them get drunk all the time.
Or at least not deliberately.
Yeah, but that's a
anyway.
little more socially acceptable, particularly in the UK.
Yeah. 100%. 100%.
Oh, y'all like weed?
Definitely not. Definitely not.
I don't do weeds. I just like to make the joke.
Yep, definitely not.
I have never smoked
it's
a weed.
definitely not on the same vibe as other countries that certain individuals on the podcast have recently lived in.
Yeah, they love their weed there.
I have smelt more weed since moving to the UK than I ever did where I lived in the Netherlands.
Rip.
I'm not going to dob on which neighbor it is, but when I left for MCM, they were at 7:30 in the morning. Hey,
man.
at least they're not smoking in the house. I'll give them that.
Yeah.
But they were sat
Yeah.
outside, and I was like, man, it's 7:30 in the morning.
I'm
They
gonna
had
get
a
a
rough night.
contact high.
Had a
is-
rough night.
It is very hot. That was the Saturday, so it was the
Oh,
really
God.
hot
Oh
day.
yeah, it was like 30 whatever
Goodness.
degrees, yeah. Yep.
And I was like,
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's a tactic to get through the heat. Anyway,
It is. Anything else,
Yeah.
Shannon?
I can't think of anything. That's
All
all
right.
I got, man, is
I
the
am
Lorax
going
joke.
very specific and deliberate. I think Casey Kovach's card from the deck
Ooh.
Oh,
will
yeah.
be pulled.
The fly
You
is
reckon we're
immune
gonna
to
get some
me
Domph?
now.
Deck of many friends. Casey Kovach's card.
Get off my computer. It's immune. I tried to swat it away and it didn't.
Okay, you are
Stop
talking to the fly.
recording.
Okay, you are talking
Get
to the
off this
fly and
call.
not us in your computer.
No, the fly is on my monitor. Oh, did it Did it finally fly away? No, it's hiding. It's hiding in my wallpaper.
Sure, why
what
not?
kind of like horror movie fly is this?
They're so big.
Is it Jeff Goldblum?
They're
Did
so
he
big.
He's in your
big.
walls.
I don't. Oh, thank God it flew away. There's one on my light too.
Oh, that's the worst.
How did they get
It's
in
when you
here?
can hear them. That's the worst, when you can hear
Well,
them.
yeah, at least I can't hear them, but I
All
can
right.
absolutely see them.
Predictions done.
Nice.
Anything else we want to say about 56? I think we're all hoping there will be combat and there will be minis, and we'll all be able to bask in Mark's glory, which we haven't been able to do for
It's been
really-
a while. Since boat race.
since boat race. Which we did not talk about the fact that Mark was also at MCM and had a booth, and we got some cool stuff.
We did kind of. Only a little bit. We talked about in reference to the fact that he
Yeah,
didn't
my little
harass
owl
us in our
and an egg
comments.
is all the way over there. My little owl
Have you
and an
got
egg's all the way over
your?
there.
I actually, where did I put my?
I can get my scroll.
Potions? Where's my?
Oh, my
potions?
little potions. I did buy a potion, yeah. It's also.
I have a
over there.
dice
them here.
tower, but it's behind my green screen, and I did not get it at MCM. I already had it.
I
It had a
tried
s-
to resist buying more Dungeons and Dragons stuff, and then I bought dice. So
See, the dice tower is how Ben Starr spoiled me the first way. Because Aoife and I both yelled at him for separate reasons, because she knew he was trying to spoil me, and I thought he was going to get me in trouble for signing something that nobody else was signing.
That nobody else was signing.
Yeah, it was because he was writing a spoiler on the bottom of
On the
bottom of my
the
dice tower. Yeah,
Dice tower. All right.
he told me its
well,
name.
I
weeks
also have
before.
my little Calypso Moonrise.
Let me see Calypso Moonrise.
Ooh,
Oh, I want a
Calypso.
Calypso Moonrise.
All right, we're going to Mop Up. I will show
Yeah.
you guys Mark's lovely healing potions.
I
And
bought
if I-
one. They didn't have the full set when I was
If I
there.
open crafted campaigns right now and buy a scroll,
Do it. Order it now.
I couldn't
what
find
am I
them.
gonna put in my scroll? A
I couldn't
snack?
find them. You might have to ask Mark for a direct link.
Yeah, you might have to ask him real nice.
Oh my god. Mark.
Yeah, I couldn't find them.
Markaless.
So that's why I only linked to the site itself when I posted my daughter's rendition.
Markaless.
So we have a series of old potions here.
Yeah.
We have greater healing.
That's the one that I got.
We have healing. Oop,
teeny
you don't need
tiny.
to see the bubble wrap.
The little dice are so cute as well.
The tiny dice inside.
Tiny dice.
Yeah, those ones are
Um,
really cute.
We have my favorite.
That makes a really nice sound.
It makes a
Isn't
really
it?
nice
Like,
sound.
It's so nice.
We have superior healing.
Yeah, I think they'd run out of those. So I was like, I will just get the greater healing.
You'll need it.
Don't, because Kira had them out on the table when we got there, and I was like, "Why
Yeah,
have you got
no.
the healing potions out? What are you gonna do to
Did
us?"
she
We
have
don't
the-
even have any healing potions.
Did she have the?
I
the
mean,
full
one of
set
us does
out,
now.
Or
Yeah, she got the whole set.
okay.
Yeah. But I also got my little owl, Just a little guy.
That's so cute.
I do not have my.
He comes in a little egg. I left the other half of that, but he's just a little guy.
Does he
Oh,
have
the
a
owl.
name? Or is it you?
I was going to call him Albert.
Oh, I
Ooh.
like that.
That is
Yeah,
good. That is
Albert.
good. Excellent. Cool. Any other business?
Don't think so.
Shall we roll and Polly?
Yeah. Sorry, I
Let's
was
do it.
trying
Yeah.
to find the scroll.
I couldn't find it. Jen,
Yeah,
but-
I mean the link just went to his website, so
Yes.
I have to find a way to
that's the only
find
reason
it.
why I put it there, yeah. But as we have established, the superior searcher here is Momo.
Is
So-
Momo. They are the best to ever do
We
it.
might need them to go for it. I have some lovely
Oh,
dice
it's not good.
here that were a gift from a friend of the podcast, Carrie. I don't think they were anticipating the fact that they would be a liquid core resin dice when they got the mystery pack. But we'll see how they roll.
It's bad, guys. It's really bad.
I don't think it's going to be worse than me.
Oh, it's really
Oh.
bad.
I don't think it'll be worse than me either. We can see how poor we all did here.
There's not a single double digit. At
Okay,
all.
maybe you have. I have one double digit.
So do I.
Yeah, I'm cooked. As I said, I never win. I've won maybe once, maybe twice. That's
Look, this is my
You won
first
last week.
appearance,
You won.
and I
You won
rolled-
last week, didn't you?
yeah, that's
won
like
last
maybe
week.
the only time.
Last week or the week before, or
Yeah.
last episode of the episode before.
Yeah.
I went straight in on a 0 on the percentile dice.
Same.
They're
They're staring at me like eyeballs.
Go for it, Momo. What'd you get?
I managed to pull it back to a 41.
41. Excellent.
That took a high roll on the d20, but we made it.
Based on that, Shannon, are you above or below 41?
I might as well be in the depths of the sea, man.
Uh-huh. I wonder if Sophie's going to be double the score, double
Of
or
us
more the score
combined.
of the next highest. Go ahead, Shannon.
I got 24.
20. Whoa.
Ooh.
I rolled 00,
Uh-huh.
2, 4, 5, 2, 4, and 7.
Wow.
Wow.
That is
I'm very
rough.
upset. I'm very upset.
I
frankly.
have 52.
Yeah.
Which, if
It's
I
not
win,
double. It's
if
not
I
double
win-
yours.
I was like, if I win today with 52, then Shan really is cursed. But go ahead. So,
89.
pretty close to double. Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't quite. I was lucky enough to get a 17 on the D20 and a 50 on the percentile and a 10 on my D12.
Excellent.
The rest were kind of mid, but these were my my Bindwood Gaming dice that I got. I don't know how well
Ooh.
you see, like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
these are
that's
my
what you
Dispel
mean.
dice that I paid $70 for.
these
Commiserations.
cost me 25 quid.
I rolled my natural 6 dice, so
Mine
Oh,
are too
I used
far
to
away.
do that, and they've betrayed me every single time. So they've gone back
I
in the
actually,
tin.
I didn't even, I waved at Danielle at Bindwood, but I did not. Do they have the?
I got a little friend from them, but he's out on my coffee table, so
Oh, is this the
my little
the
dinosaur
the
dragon,
dino?
my dragon. I was
You
gonna
got
get
the
a dino,
dragon,
and
of
then I got the
course,
dragon. Yeah.
and then you saw the dragon.
Oh,
It was like
for-
a really deep green one, right?
dice display,
Yeah.
basically, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was checking to see whether, because Holly put up the pictures of the dice storage boxes.
Yeah, I
Oh,
wanted
yeah.
I wanted those, but they didn't have them yet.
Yeah.
Did you get foreshadowing? Are they, will they become available?
They didn't give me a timeline, but they were like that was their first foray into it, and it seemed to me that the intention was to bring it to the world.
I look forward to those becoming available. 'Cause I need one. Excellent. Oops, I shouldn't put my dice away. Because there's an opportunity for redemption, Shan.
Yeah, to talk first. I don't need that.
Or talk last. One of the two.
All I
Your
do is
call.
talk.
Your call.
When doesn't matter. Oh, great.
Roll initiative, shall we?
I should just like walk into the sea at this point.
3.
9.
17.
Shannon.
2 again.
Oh, I thought you were going to say natural 20.
No, because I rolled a 2 on the D20
On the
when I
D20.
did the Oh my
It could have
God.
been worse.
Could have been
Natural
in that one.
2 could have been worse.
It could have been a 1.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Most definitely. First or last, Shannon?
I thought the winner chose who went first.
Well, you're the winner. So
I got the
emotional
lowest.
reverse.
How do you win with a 2? There's a 17.
I mean, I was.
Well,
I
it's like
was-
in darts, you know. You want the score to be low.
Yep.
I guess I'll go first.
Okay.
I'm trying to find the scroll, and I'm hyper fixating on it, so I might as well just get my thoughts out of the way. Well, shout out to Momo and Bard for joining us today. Shout out to Doc for listening to me talk yet again. Shout out to...
It's the highlight of my week.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice of you to say, because I always fear that's going to be the opposite answer. Shout out to... I don't know, man. I'm so tired. I've been awake on no sleep. Shout out to Holly, for whom I will be fighting the rest of my life. Shout out to... I don't know, my dogs for actually not bothering me for once. Bear was here for a minute, but he
We
left.
noticed, yep.
Yeah, he left. He was not interested. Shout out to the state of play, which seemed to not actually have been that exciting. So what was all that about?
Bummer.
I only got some tidbits while I was peeking, but nothing serious. And I don't know. My brain's broken today, I think. Shout out to life, man. Shout out to the Lorax. He speaks for the trees.
Very profound, Shan. Thank you.
Yeah. Yep.
Excellent. Well, then if we are going in reverse order, thank you, Momo, for being the first new guest for a while after our good friend Short Trek, who we missed dearly at MCM. Hopefully all the family stuff worked out in the end, my friend. Sophie for extending her streak. arm wrestling with Andy for most appearances. And Shan for being herself.
I sure can do that. As if there's one thing I'm good at, it's that.
Wouldn't have you any other way.
Thanks.
Most definitely
I
not.
don't know how to be anything else.
We will repeat our shout-outs for the lovely director, Tom.
Yeah,
Producer
shout out to Tom.
Director Tom.
Shout
Producer
out to
Tom. Camera
Yeah, shout out to
operator
Camera.
Tom.
Shout out to Obama meddling himself meme Tom.
We're just waiting for that Alex Jordan-esque credits roll.
Yandelsky.
Just like,
Yeah.
and to everybody who was involved in getting the new studio set up for Natural 6, looks great. Many happy returns there, guys. At least another 50 odd episodes in there, please. And shout out to Ben Starr
For also being himself.
for also being himself.
Good man. Good
Just
man.
good vibes this time.
Yeah.
Good vibes.
Just good vibes.
Momo, I think you're next.
Me? Oh, jeez. Shout out to you all for having me. This has been so much fun. Shout out again, I guess, to you, Doc, and Kenneth, who also had to listen to me ramble about my Gooey Yummy cosplay. You saved my logo placement on my apron. I was going to do something truly unhinged, and Doc went, have you considered not doing that?
To be fair, I only suggested an alternative, and
You did suggest an alternative. You should have said, have you considered not doing that? You were very nice about it. You should have called me an idiot.
You walked towards the light. That's
Yes.
all I needed to
Just had to tap you in the right direction.
Yes. Shout out to all of SixPack for making MCM a great deal of fun.
You're here.
Shout out to Alex Jordan for steering us to go to a really cool book panel.
Yes.
And
yes.
to Felix, was that his
Felix
name?
Mosse.
Felix
Felix Mosse.
for being a very organized world builder. It was very interesting to hear that. Shout out to Alex Jordan again for wearing his Gooey Yummy apron. That made my day when I saw that photo again. And shout out to the Duolingo owl.
Bring us home, Sophie.
Goodness. Following that, well, I mean, shout out to both Doc and Shan for letting me come back for a third time in a row.
I have no say in the matter.
Y'all
Which is fine.
are crazy. Y'all are crazy. I mean, are you saying that if you had a say, I wouldn't be here?
Well, no, I say I just vibe. So, like, if you wanted to be here, I was going to be like, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, but
whatever the
thank
vibe
you
is,
for,
yeah.
for having me back. It's always a pleasure to come and chat Nat 6 with you guys and other stuff too,
Yeah.
or to just
Lots
listen
of other
whilst you guys
stuff.
talk about sports puck, because I am decidedly uncultured in the world of sports ball and sports puck. Yeah. Shout out to the cast of Natural 6 for all managing to murder me at MCM. Ben Starr in particular, 5 times. So desperate was he to not.
That's very radiant.
Shout out to, yeah.
Let me
he was
just keep trying to
determined.
kill you.
He was determined, like he was going until he got a win. Shout out to both Geeky Crafter and Kira in the server for swapping signings around between the three of us so that I could get a traditional signing slot with Brandon Sanderson, because I was quite devastated when I didn't get one. And then Geeky said that she had one offered it to Kira. Kira then suggested that I would probably get more out of it. So shout out to both of those two wonderful human beings for making that happen. I think that might be everyone. Well, and also just shout out to all the artists at Artist Alley, because whilst I may have only bought from one artist this year, I bought a lot from one artist this year to the point where I went back the next day to buy more stickers. Sophia Liu, they do musical theatre and their own creations in terms of stickers and prints. So, yeah. But all the artists at Artist Alley, they're all insanely talented, and I love them all for the stuff they create. It's amazing.
And
Sweet.
shout out to the gays in this here month
Yes.
of Pride.
Shout out
Happy
to Pride.
Pride.
Shout out to Pride.
Hi, gay. Sashay in today for deals.
Yes.
I do have a one of those game changer. What's the saying? There's one that it's like, you know, the beginning of Game Changers when Sam Reich is like, how does he open the show? Okay. Anyway, I got it.
I'm trying to
All
think.
I
Like,
was-
it's been a
all I-
hot minute since I've seen the start of a Game Changer. Because
All I
always
could think
watch
of
their
was
little
the
reels.
"What day is it, boy?" Pride, which is like Erika Ishii and
Yes.
Brennan Lee Mulligan.
Yeah.
Tell
You
me,
there,
boy, what day is
What
it? Yeah,
day is it?
Pride.
I've been queer the whole time. That's what it is.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Or we could do Obama. Let me be clear. Let me be queer. Let me be queer. I
gotta love
love Obama mannerism jokes.
Have you
Yeah.
begun the Mistral yet, Momo or Sophie?
No, it's not quite there on my because it's because it's a brand new book. I feel like I owe it to finish the Mistborn trilogy. I've got like 100 pages left. I'm so very nearly done. Then there's another book that I've been lent that I really ought to read first so that I can return it to someone. Then I get to Mistral. So it's very near the top, but it's not yet.
I was very intrigued by one of the other authors in the panel. So I am currently reading their book, which has been very enjoyable. And I'll probably pick that up after. Probably.
Is that the person that was sitting in the middle of the panel? Like they were the chaotic neutral, basically.
No, Naomi, the
sat
urban
next to her. Yeah.
fantasy diaspora. Just she was. I mean, I think she was also a little bit chaotic neutral.
Yeah, but she was more towards the lawful, or
More towards the
good.
Felix.
More towards
Yeah.
Felix.
It was funny how they were like grouped like that.
Just because I found her world building to be very compelling, so I just wanted to see what kind of world she'd built. But I'm very interested to like, even the books that I wasn't really like, I want to read that. I want to read to see so the panel was on world building, just for context, for fantasy settings, and I just want to see the realization of the way that they described their world
process.
building and their process into the worlds that they ended up building, because I think that's just going to be that's what I'm sure Felix's book is very good, but I'm most intrigued to see the realization of his world building and his writing style and what he crafted out of that.
Slightly unrelated, but I keep forgetting to bring it up, and I was reminded yet again, and my friend brought it up when I was with her the other day. But I actually have a special edition of Mistborn that I meant to read that Brandon was selling at his specific booth at New York Comic Con a few years ago. And my friend, it came up, and my friend was like, "Oh, you mean the book that you got that I'm still not jealous, that I'm totally not still jealous about, blah, blah, blah." And I was like, "Yeah." And she was like, "And you still haven't read it?" And I was like, "Yeah." But it's like one of those that I actually genuinely had an interest in reading. I just haven't read the last few years, and I did buy it right before I stopped reading for a couple of years. So I'll have to find it to show you guys. But it is one of those books I actually do have an intention of reading because I was intrigued by it. My friend like mentioned it, and so I went and bought it, and I just haven't read it. I was like, oh, this is fun. But I'll
Definitely
find it.
worth. Definitely worth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely worth. I mean,
I know
for
exactly
me,
where it is.
Yeah, for me, me reading that, I hadn't felt that excited about reading a new fantasy world since reading Tolkien at the age of 15. Like, that's where it is for me in terms of how much I've been enjoying it. And I got the chance to say that to him as well. And he was nothing but a lovely human being about it. And then we babbled about Tolkien for a little bit because he's a Tolkien nerd, and I appreciate him for it.
I'm happy to read his book because I'm still mad at my, at the time, favorite fantasy author. So I'm like, I'm down to pick up some Brandon Sanderson because I never got to his Wheel of Time books. I put that
Yeah.
series down and just kept forgetting to pick it back up. So
There's a lot in that series, though. There is
Yes,
a
there
lot in
is.
the Wheel of Time series.
I got about
so-
halfway through. So
Yeah,
That's
I've never
a-
read it. I've never read any of them. So
That's a
pretty good.
marathon, not a sprint. That one.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
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 absolutely.
especially when you
Yeah.
get in the middle and there's so much you got to remember. Yeah, and they're that long and,
And they're
there's
huge.
so much
Yeah, well, I mean-
information given to you at all the time.
yeah.
Definitely.
At least like in the Mistborn trilogy, like they do in Lord of the Rings, like they have like the maps and a little glossary of like the different terms that they use. So if you pick it up halfway through and you forget, you got a handy reference.
You have a way of getting
I'll
back to it.
I'll get
Yeah.
it when we're after I eat. I'll go get it and I'll take pictures of it.
Yay.
Excellent. Right. Book corner epilogue complete.
Book ended.
Yeah.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye.